pops onto the Roll20 screen. So Nick is getting first pick. You can pick the highest stat, you can pick the lowest stat. If you pick the highest, Kevin will have the opportunity to pick the next highest should he wants that, or the next lowest, whatever he wants to do.
Draft style.
Fantasy style?
Fantasy style. And I'll put them in the Roll20 chat, but I'll also copy them in the Discord chat, and I'll edit that live so we know.
Where's Matt?
Matt jumped you, Kevin, for the spot.
Son of a. Sorry, my team.
I'll edit it. Yeah, I'll edit it in Discord so we know what we have going on there.
Cool.
That can be your stat pool, and then you can allocate that to whatever you want. So we could actually do that before we talk about characters. Do you want to roll, or do you want to make characters first and then roll?
Let's roll, and then we'll see. Like maybe if we want to have like a character that has like they usually need like +1 somewhere, you know.
Right.
Like if I get a 17, you know.
Right, and that's kind of the reason I was wondering if you wanted to do characters first, because if you have like a racial bonus, then you'll know that I can pick that 13 and turn it into a 14. Or if you're a variant human, you're like, I'll take all the odd ones because I'm going +1.
That's true.
So however you want to do that, that's fine with me.
Does this mic work?
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
You
cool.
sound great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so I mean, we can think about that however you want to go. But that's one thing on the table. We have the building of the characters, choosing classes and race. That's a good one. Oh, also I had written down, if you guys really wanted to, and you could coordinate this beforehand, you could make it so all the 18s go on one person, and you can just stack one person. Like all that.
That would
all
be
the
funny.
Just go on one terrible person.
And he's not the leader.
This is mediocre, and then there's one wall.
So you can do it fantasy style, make everybody balanced. You can stack somebody. That's up to you guys. I'm giving you guys a non-combat feat for free at level 1, and then you can choose whatever your ability scores you want. You guys are level 8, so you have 2 of them. So theoretically, if you're a variant human, you can get 3 feats, 2 for ability scores and 1 for the variant human, and then 1 free non-combat feat.
Oh, and if
So
you're a
got 4
fighter,
feats
you
if
get
wanna
like
just-
12, right? You only get 2 more feats.
At what? Just 12? You said?
Not 12. No, I think you get 6.
Variant human starts with a feat.
Very human starts with 1. I know you get ability score increases at 4 and 8, right?
But
Yep.
for a
Oh, so
fighter,
you-
you get.
Oh, you get one at 6 too. Correct.
Oh, you get 1 at 6. Yeah, so you get 1 more if you want to be a fighter. So you can stack
Very
these.
nasty.
I don't care if it's broken. It'll be fun.
And multiplied, I should have added.
Yes, so we can have that, and then at the end, I thought this would be a fun thing to do last. We could have rolling for weapons enchantments. We'll roll like a D100. I have a little sheet of things that would generally make sense. I'll look at what you roll and then try to like flavor it a little bit to the town if I can, into
cool.
situations that might be relevant. So if
I
you're
love
saving
that.
yeah, if you're saving a 100. So yeah, I guess where do you guys think you want to start? You want to start with characters or rolling stats? We could jump either.
I think let's go over the character stuff first before we do the numbers.
Sure.
Yeah.
We could also roll the stats, sit on it, and then do the fantasy draft after making the characters if you
I
wanted.
do like that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
That might
Yeah,
help
that
me
way
make
we get a
some
lay of
decisions.
right. Yeah. I think
Yeah, you'll
that
know
may
if you
be
need some
valuable.
extra help.
Yeah.
All right. So we can have Nick roll first. Nick, you can type in the /R 4d6d1.
Okay.
And I will write these down in the Discord.
Does that take away the lowest?
It does. 4d6d1 takes away the lowest. You will see.
4d6d1. Okay.
Yep. The first roll. Solid 12.
Okay.
But still, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 still. Oh, I see what it's saying.
Yep.
Okay.
It
It
fades
takes
off
the
the
one.
lowest.
Got you.
Yep.
I understand
And now you,
now.
and now you can hit the up arrow to copy the formula, up arrow on the keyboard, and you can do that 5 more times.
Cool. So we're doing 6 rolls each.
We're doing 6 rolls each.
Makes sense.
It's
okay.
going into the massive pool.
Okay, so we have a 12, a 10, another 12,
Okay.
a 15,
15's good.
a 13, and a 13. So pretty average all around, I think.
pretty solid person so far. 12, 10, 12, 15, 2 13s. Solid. So that is Nick's rolls. Arrow up. All right. I'm just keeping that for posterity. Now we can have Matt. If you're near a keyboard, you can do that. You can do the /R4061.
4061.
And then give me 6 of those. 9.
Yeah, there it is.
There we go. Yeah.
12,
Okay.
11, 15. You guys are getting some 15s. Another 15.
Oh,
Good 15.
yes.
All right,
14.
all right.
Okay, you picked it up in the end there.
Very
Made up for
good.
that. I'll take that 9. Don't worry.
That is Matt's.
Got 3 15s all together so far. That's great.
That's good.
Yeah. So those are going to be +4s. If you can pick those. We still have yet to see 18. So or
Here it
what's the
comes.
lowest we can do? The lowest we can
Three.
do would be a
3.
3.
It just might happen.
It's as likely as
scared.
18.
I'm scared to
like
press
a
the enter
6.
key.
But a 3 is gonna make some for a really fun role play experience
Yeah, yeah.
somewhere, right?
The guy's got
Least
bones
charismatic.
made out of jelly or something. He can't lift anything.
Right.
Precisely.
All right, everybody ready?
All right.
Oh, you know what? I have it set where it does the roll, so I gotta click each time. All right, 13,
13. Solid.
Not bad.
16.
Solid.
Woo!
Hey, Jack roll.
Yeah.
15. You can't stop this
Nice.
guy.
That's
Double
it.
digits.
Everyone's like, oh man.
15. All right, all right, all right.
I wish this was my character.
12. So wait, what is it? 1,
12?
2, 3, 4. All right, last one. Let's get that 18.
Solid.
14. All right, that's
14?
pretty good.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
This is pretty good.
Kevin really doing his work.
Yeah, I work hard.
To contribute to the pool.
All
The
right, so what you're telling
16 you
me-
rolled, the lowest roll was a 4 that it removed too.
That's
So
wild,
that was
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
Can we carry that force somewhere else?
Another time. So right now, as we approach Greg, we have a high of 16, a low of 9. So very above
Right.
average crew that we have so far here.
I want like a 5. I want a 5 in here.
You can take that 5.
I will absolutely
We
take the
need
5.
4 5s, so everybody gets a 5.
Yeah. I'll disable that.
All right. Slash.
Yes.
7.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yay. All right. Greg is that guy in the group project.
Another 14.
Okay.
All multiples of 7.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, Greg's pulling through. He's pulling through for the negative modifiers.
All right.
15. So we're 15s of plenty. That might be the mean
And then
score.
one more.
12. All right.
Well,
Okay.
12.
Pretty good.
All right. So that is a pretty good roll system that we have there. So those are the stats that we have. Let me just organize it.
There you go.
You already organized?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh no, I meant in terms
Oh.
of like how many 16s, how many 15s. So okay, I'll
Oh,
just
sorry. I was
No
just really,
worries.
really excited that I wrote all of them down.
I was doing that too. So we're pulling through. We have a low of 7, right? That's the lowest
The
one.
lowest
so
is
still pretty
7.
Good.
The highest is 16.
So pretty good. We had 116, sorry, rolled by
It's okay.
Kevin. Solid. 15. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 15s. That's pretty obscene.
Jeez Louise.
14s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 14s. Solid. 13s, we have 1, 2, 3. Only 3. 12. I feel like there were a lot of 12s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's what I see.
11s, we have 1. A soul 11.
111.
10s, we did manage to get a 10. 9s, we got 1 9, courtesy of Matt. 8, we got, and this is what
1
Greg carried here. 1 8, 1 7. Okay, so that is how
Oh, cool.
we'll work with this one.
Cool.
And then after we make the characters, we will take from those. So
Okay.
Terrific.
perfect. That was fun.
That was really cool.
So now
that was
kind of like a
cool.
competition.
We should
'cause
get
they'll
together
have the
weekly and
option.
just do that. Nothing else.
Play trebuchet poker and do that.
Yeah.
Explode or die. So yeah, it'll be competition because there's only one 16, there's only one 7 8 9. So but there's when it comes to 15, you're all probably gonna get one because you rolled 6 of them.
That
So
ain't
we
bad.
can see how that goes.
I have an idea for the order that we pick, and let me know if you guys feel like this makes sense, so that it's not like we just pick a person. Why don't we do it based on the sum total of like your role is where you like how high you would be in the pick order, and because for the first 4 right picks, like that order's gonna sort of matter, I guess. I don't know.
So you want to do? Did
So,
you
like-
mean in terms of the original rolling? Whoever rolled the best goes first.
Yeah, like
Or
out of
Kevin would
my
go first,
6.
and Greg would go last.
Yeah, just to
Just
so that
spitballing
it's not
here.
just so that it's not arbitrary.
I mean,
How
we can
about-
roll for position. We can roll d4.
Yeah.
Even though
just roll
rolling,
D4s.
I was gonna say, even though rolling dice is arbitrary, right?
Dude, it's true. Hey, well, we can just I mean, you guys want to roll
I'll roll
d10s,
again.
I guess, for order?
A D10.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah, I
with
like
that.
that.
Yeah, everybody rolls a d10 for order.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like sour
For draft
over getting
order.
a 16 versus a 15, you know.
Yeah.
1d10, you said?
1d10. Well, straight d10. 5s, we're gonna roll off for those.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
Another D10 or
So for me in my head, high was who goes first. Is that cool to everybody? That's just what I was thinking.
Sure.
You would want the 10.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll have.
And
Greg
is it
go
like
first.
I forget what they
Fantasy
call it.
style
I want to call it
stuff.
like a snail draft, where it's like the last guy, like the last pick gets to pick first in that.
Oh,
and
sure.
it
Yeah, sure.
goes
That-
backwards.
that's- Yeah,
1,
we
2,
can do
3,
that.
4,
We'll
and
bounce
then
it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Bounce it back. That'll be fun. So we have Greg going first, Matt
what that's
and Nick tied. So Matt and Nick rolled again. Matt's going second. Huss. The Nick is going third because he rolled the 15 and then rolled off, and Kevin will go last and fifth, which is arguably a better position in fantasy drafts.
I get double stats. Yeah, I get two
Pick two back
15s,
to back. Yeah.
provided everyone takes them.
Yeah. So let's talk characters. I know we had some ideas floated around of like maybe a certain type of beast that I won't ruin, or maybe some type of class that I won't ruin, and adventure stuff that I won't ruin either. But I know I think the only one to jump into the character Mancer is Matt, because I opened his thing and it went into the character Mancer. So I didn't know about that
Oh.
one to do.
Oh, see, I opened it. I didn't do anything to it, though, I don't think.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I just saw it open when I opened it. I was like, oh, he
Use
was
the
editing
character
his stuff.
mancer.
He was checking it out at least.
Oh, cool.
I opened
yeah.
it, yes, sir.
Did we go there? Did we have? So you can have access to your character sheets in here, and we can just add this normally if you want, and edit it that way. Does everybody have access to their sheet and the ability to put in scores however they want?
I
Yes.
have the sheet.
Yes.
I want to use. I want to
No.
click use the character
No.
mancer, right?
No.
I
So
don't.
You can just.
Yeah, I can.
No.
You can just put in the numbers that.
So I wanna edit
that you
this
get off of
directly.
Dungeon. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
you
doing.
can just-
and
That's
then-
what I'm doing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
I
let
think
me.
we've gotten a grasp of how these pages work, so I'm literally just taking it from Dungeon Master's Vault and putting all my numbers in.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So we could
Yeah.
just. Yeah.
Right now, we don't really know what those are because we didn't pick our stats yet.
Here, Matt. Hold on. Delete it. No one can do it.
No, don't delete me. Oh, God. All right.
It's too late. And you have full editing control over this. So if you want to come in and change the character name on the sheet, you can.
Cool.
That's good. We will just edit sheet directly. Okay, so you should be good with that, Matt. I'll drag you down with everybody else. Okay. So, and then we can just figure out whatever we want to do in terms of that. If we have questions or we're unsure, we can chill. Everybody know generally what they want to do, or do we have some want to talk about it and think about it and stuff? Because I don't know too much about the custom classes and whatnot. I know the base classes pretty well in the base races, but not the fancy ones like the slimoids, plasmoids, and all that stuff.
Oh, I could be a Slimoid?
Yeah, whatever that.
Oh man, sign me up.
You said
That's
it.
the new one.
Slime me up. I don't want to be a Slimoid. That's too much extracurricular. I know I wanted to be a wizard.
Sure. So
Do we want to
you
talk
start
classes
with-
before we talk? Or I don't know.
I think that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Like, what's our class? What's our party gonna be like?
Yeah, you guys can check that out. Make a comp, or you could do 4 clerics, 4 rangers. There's a lot of versatility within the classes too.
Oh,
You could be 4
barbarians.
wizards for all I care. Yeah, 4 barbarians if you want. We'll see. See how that goes.
Why pick a lock when you can just bust the door open?
It's
true.
It's true. So, however you want to go with that. Nick, do you know? Or I guess we'll start with Kevin. Kevin, do you know which class you generally want to be?
I'd like to be a wizard. I toyed around with being a monk. But wizard is... I always end up wanting to play a wizard. And then when I'm playing a different kind of character, I'm like, gee, a wizard would be cool because they could do all this stuff. I'd like to play a wizard.
That's pretty good. And you have the benefit of starting at level 8, so you're going to have access to the high level spells, and you don't have the pain of going through the 8 hit point wizards at the beginning.
Yes,
And
yeah.
living that life. So you are an established wizard. Should you want to go
Established, man. I want those 4th level spells, man. I want someone who will lock some guy in a room and I'll cast Sickening Radiance and it will just cook him.
That
gonna
can be done. And if you guys one-shot my boss, that's fine. I'll roll with that.
We might too.
That's fine. They might 2-shot. That'd be fine too. Greg, do you know generally what class you want to play? So I'll go right and then flip back to Nick.
I am going to be a multi-class. I'm going to have 1 level of Rogue, and then 7 levels of Gloomstalker Ranger.
Interesting.
So I have a bunch of expertise in things. I have some pluses in my initiative. I have dark vision, even though I'm going to be a variant human. I've got 3 different wisdom saving throws, so we're going to see how that works out. So I'm quite
Very
okay
nice.
with taking some of those lower numbers just to see if it balance out.
Now, what is the benefit of taking the low numbers with that? You have high saves, so you can get away with that?
I'll have proficiency in dexterity, intelligence, and wisdom saving throws. So at that point,
Okay.
I'm like, well, I don't really need intelligence and strength, so I can take those lower numbers if you guys want.
Sounds good. We have a strategy there. What about you, Nick? What class do you think you're playing?
So
Or you're
I
interested in playing?
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to wait to see how the draft went first, and I was between either just straight up paladin, or I came up with this really interesting idea of multi-classing, doing, and tell me if this sounds crazy, but 5 levels of paladin and 3 levels barbarian, and I'll tell you why.
It sounds really
'Cause-
cool.
Yes.
It does.
Because as a level 5 paladin, you still get level 2 paladin spells, and as a level 3 barbarian, you have your path. And I had a path in mind, so I was thinking of going Path of the Zealot. So he's like this very religious, like holy warrior, but he's also kind of like crazy combat guy.
But he's
Plus,
double
there's
religious.
healing. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
But
it. It's pretty good synergy.
I like it. The only thing I will say is if you are raging, you can't use You can't do spells.
You can't cast spells. But if you had a spell on you, it would persist through the rage, I think. Right?
And smites, I believe, still work if you're raging because you're not using a spell.
That's really
You're just
good.
using a spell slot.
Ah, okay.
Could
So
you do
that,
reckless
that
attack
actually,
then?
yeah.
At
Yeah,
level
reckless
3
attack would be
barbarian?
fine.
Because
Yeah,
then you have
yeah,
like
level 2
automatic advantage
Yes.
with smites. It's like, I think you just picked something real cool, man.
Yeah, I was really messing around in Dungeon Master's Vault, and I was like, what if I just messed around with this to see how it would work? And I really liked some of the benefits. One thing is that like it's very good combat wise, but it also lends us some like healing stuff and some buffing protection stuff. So I think that's what I want to go for.
Sounds good.
I like that. I like that
Yeah.
a lot. Simply says you cannot cast or concentrate on spell while raging. So I'd say if you pre-cast it, I think that's good. I think that would function to
Well,
me like a druid.
If you have to concentrate on the paladin spell, it'll break once you go into a rage.
I think that actually helps me out a little bit because I'm not super familiar with like all of the paladin spells, so I can kind of like sift out the stuff that I know I might not want, like the concentration stuff. I might lean less toward and lean more towards stuff that are kind of like one-off shot spells.
You get some cool stuff too. Like, I think you can Misty Step and can like strategize a little bit.
Okay, so Greg is 100% right. It's on page 63 of the player's handbook. If you are able to cast spells, you can't cast them or concentrate on them while raging. So we'll keep that in mind.
Also, it says, is smite considered a spell? No, mechanically speaking, a divine smite is a paladin class ability.
I'm
So-
okay with that then.
Cool.
I'm okay with
That's
the
awesome.
reckless attack smite combo. That can be a thing that happens.
That's cool.
Can a paladin cast lightning bolt?
I don't think at that low of a level of
Darn.
a paladin.
Because then you could like cast lightning bolt, then rage, and then on your
And then
turn
be-
the lightning bolt hits a guy. I would plan to do that as a druid. That you like cast lightning bolt, and then you're a bear, and it's like the bear is hitting people with lightning.
Matt did that in He Who Must Not Be Named first campaign. He was a
Barbarian,
druid.
right?
Yeah, he was a druid barbarian.
Yeah,
Oh, I did, yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
cool combo. Barbarians are cool.
Yeah, we did like literally one session of that, so I was like, wait, did I? I'm like, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
There we go. That's how we're doing it. So Matt,
Yes, sir.
hearing all of this, hearing that there's going to be a pure wizard, a part rogue, part ranger, paladin, barbarian, is there any class that leans out to you that you'd be interested in thinking about playing?
I think I'm gonna roll with the artificer.
Okay. Just pure 8 levels in it?
I believe so. I believe I will.
Okay, I don't know too much about that class, but I'll look it up between now and next week.
Can
It
you
is an
tinker when you're
intelligence-
raging? You could be an artificer barbarian.
It's an
Leave me alone.
intelligence-based spellcaster. That if you're picking the one that I'm thinking of, you can create like a cone of flame or like a zap cannon that's just on the battlefield.
That's awesome.
amazing.
Make some
That might
traps.
be there might be the battlesmith one. I don't think I'm taking that one.
Okay.
I'm going for artillerist, which gives me a magic weapon, which the weapon itself also becomes my focus to cast spells with.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's very cool.
Could you make like a gun?
Pretty much.
It's pretty much a magic gun.
That's cool. That's really cool.
What's that?
You can make a gun.
I'll cast a spell at you with my gun.
Oh, you get some pretty cool spells from artillerist too.
Oh yeah, it's got like a custom spell list and all that, so it's pretty cool. I can,
Shield,
I can
scorching
make.
ray.
They're called infusions. I can make at level 8 3 separate, pretty much magical items that I just kind of have.
and give them to us.
I could.
Absolutely. I mean, that could be, so the flavor could be that you are the one enchanting their items somehow, and I could let you pick the enchantments if you want.
I'm in the
That's cool.
I'm in the back of the fray. Like, what did I meet? Hold on.
Here, catch this. You're like throwing swords.
I'm Jarvis.
Jarvis, more ammo now.
Hold on, sir.
Oh, Nick, what kind of weapon are you going to use?
Okay, so this is this is incredibly important. So now I was gonna try to keep this like I was wondering if I should keep this like a secret or not, but I feel like there's no possible way for me to right now. I was gonna go with my race being a centaur, and I wanted to have a lance, but I don't know how we want to rule on lances and their whether they are one-handed.
Because you're a horse.
Because I am a horse. And you get this cool ability called charge that like it's a racial feature where let me just look for it really quick. It's
checking it out.
if you move at least 30 feet straight toward a target, then hit it with a melee weapon attack on the same turn, you can immediately follow that attack with a bonus action, making one attack against the target with your hooves. Which I was like,
you like trample him.
That just sounds so good. That just sounds so,
that's so cool.
Role play fun to do, you know? That plus, I was also thinking of taking like a simple weapon like a mace, because when you're within 5 feet, I think if you're trying to hit somebody that's 5 feet in front of you, you get disadvantage. So I was thinking like it might be worth it for me to just have that second weapon as like maybe I can switch to that weapon. Does that I don't know if that costs, I can't remember if that costs a full action to do though.
I think it would be fine if I would probably just call it a free action if you want to take out a new weapon, but you probably like you wouldn't be able to pack the lance away into your stash. Like if you wanted to switch, you would probably have to drop the lance.
Okay, because I was also thinking of going with a shield, which then is problematic for if I want to do that, right? Because it's not like I can, you know, put the shield away and take out a weapon without that being like a full action. I feel like that's
right. So I'm looking at the lance right now. The lance stats. It says it is a two-handed weapon when you aren't mounted. You're a centaur, so it doesn't matter. I'm fine with you just using the lance.
Yeah.
So you can do that, but I would think if you have a two-handed weapon, you could hold it in one hand, but you would have to have two hands to attack with it. And unless you have some sort of like shield feat or something like that, maybe you could like burn some type of ability on that that would let you hold a shield on your arm or just like have it banded on your arm, and you can still make it somewhat usable in battle. I would say probably just stick with two hands, one weapon, or shield plus smaller weapon.
okay.
And that could be your choice. But if you, I think there are battle styles. Warcaster for my character Dewey lets you use the shield and still cast spells. So if you wanted to do something like that, then that could, if you want to spend a feat on it, I think that'd be fine. Have shield plus lance.
Okay, I think I might go without the shield because it just seems like having the shield and the lance either causes too many issues, because at that point I'm going to be so close up in combat. Well, I mean, I can always run away because I'm a horse.
What is your armor? Are you going to wear... Do you have to download the horse armor DLC, or...?
So, yeah, it's weird. Yeah, right.
Or I guess as a barbarian, it's like if you're not wearing armor, then you get like, what is it, dex plus something, plus your barbarian level?
So with a shield, I think I took the armor that I like put on him was chainmail. So that plus the shield, if I can do that, is 8. I have an AC of 18.
Holy
if I have
smokes.
the shield. Yeah.
That's incredible.
But without it, my AC is still a 16.
That's
So
pretty
And
good.
you have the damage mitigation from rage too.
Yes.
That's true. So
Don't barbarians have something too if they're wearing armor? There's like a hindrance or something.
They
Is it
have
their speed?
unarmored defense, which is like you get a certain bonus if you're not wearing armor. I don't know if there's necessarily a hindrance with the
Okay.
race itself. I did play one barbarian a long time ago, and I know that it didn't make sense to wear low-level armor when I had unarmored armor because it was the same, and
Yeah.
the armor would have been disadvantaged on stealth checks and to achieve the same thing that unarmored
Sure.
defense did.
Yeah, like I think of Vlad with you, Slick, where it was like he was just like a thick man. So
was
he
like
didn't
a
really
literal
matter.
tank.
He was a turtle.
Yeah.
He could just he had so much armor.
Natural armor, baby. The shell. Okay,
Opposite.
I like that. So you can, between now and then you do. Are there any racial bonuses with the centaur?
Yeah, there are a few things. I get something called equine build, which is I count as one size larger when determining carrying capacity and the weight I can push or drag. But in addition, any climb that requires hands and feet is especially difficult. So each foot of movement costs me 4 extra feet instead of the normal 1 extra foot. So
You have to use all 4 of
climbing
your
is-
feet.
Yeah, impossibly hard for a horseman.
Well, I hope we don't need to climb
Makes
these
sense.
mountains.
I also
You have a hard
my-
time getting in building number 2 there if you try to walk up those stairs.
I cannot wait. I've been waiting for us to go into like a tavern and be like, so I walk into a bar. Like there's a
Horse walks into a
Then it
bar.
goes, what a long face.
Yeah.
Walk through the bar.
And my creature type is Fey, not humanoid.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's the only other thing. Oh, and I also the hooves count. I can do an unarmed strike. That's 1d4 plus my strength modifier, which is bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Move a guy.
Are there bonuses to stats at all, like strength or something like that I would expect of a horse?
I think there
It's
is
strength +2, wisdom +1, I think.
Yeah.
Sounds
Oh,
very
plus my
centaur.
speed is 40, not 30.
Oh, good. So strength +2, wisdom +1. Okay. Matt, do you know what race you would generally want to be? I see you've put in the flash of genius.
How good is that?
That's really good.
I am likely to
That's
go
awesome.
with
Hey.
a rock gnome.
Rock gnome.
gnome.
Ooh.
Tell us about the rock gnome.
The rock gnome. Well, he's this little dude. He's like 4 foot tall, right? No, it just kind of fit with the class, I think, just because he has this tinkerer ability, which kind of goes with the whole flavor of making little knickknacks.
Yep.
Plus, he's one of the only races that gets the intelligence bonus, and I kind of need that, so I'll take that.
Awesome. So what is the intelligence bonus? What are the stat bonuses to this class?
I mean, stat bonuses
You said an intelligence bonus, right? Or no, you're talking about the
for,
flash of
for the
genius.
race.
Okay.
For the race.
All right. Yes. Are there any race bonuses like the centaur getting +2 strength +1 whiz for?
Let
for
me
a
check
gnome?
really quickly because I don't remember offhand. I just remember looking earlier.
Yeah.
It is
okay.
intelligence +2,
Thank you, Rick.
constitution
+2 int. What +1?
Constitution.
Con +1 for
You
being
get
a
some
rock.
pretty cool stuff too. When you make a history check related to magical, alchemical, or technological items, you can add twice your proficiency bonus instead of any other proficiency bonus that may apply.
Oh.
There's a lot of overlap with the characters in the town, so I feel good about this.
And he has advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saves against magic.
Is it a centaur town?
That's very cool. Just
Hey,
the
look,
sub-
all these buildings were built with centaurs in mind.
what does your subrace give you? The rock gnome.
It says the con score +1, the history check, and then proficiency with artisan tools. Using those tools, you can spend 1 hour and 10 gold pieces worth of materials to construct a tiny clockwork device. It functions for 24 hours, or when you dismantle it. You can have up to 3 of these devices, and when you created this device, choose one of the following: a clockwork toy, a fire starter, or a music box.
That 100% makes sense for this character, I feel.
An
Love
artificer,
that.
yeah.
That's amazing.
It's pretty much this itty bitty prestidigitation kind of situation.
That's awesome.
I
love that.
I have a very important question to ask, knowing the two races here. As a rock gnome, could you ride a centaur? Because you're a tiny creature, right? Can you do that?
We have a large creature and a tiny creature.
Now the question is, would I be okay with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the main question.
Well, the question is,
I
could
think-
he hold on? Do you have reins?
I think
How is
I'm
he gonna
small,
hold
am
up?
I not? I'm
I
not small, I'm
think-
tiny.
Yeah, you're tiny. You're the size below. Small.
Small. Yeah.
I'm small.
Oh, he is small? He is. Oh, size below medium. So medium, small, and you're not tiny, but you're just small.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
I'm all about that.
Yes, that's exactly what we need. The artificer charging into battle on a centaur.
Right?
I mean, you guys have been.
Pointing my magic gun at people.
You're like a mounted turret.
Yeah. So you guys have been friends for a long time. So if you want to figure out combos between now and next week or whatever,
Okay.
like I have, the Tinkerer has made the Centaur a saddle, a battle saddle. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, that's so good.
You can figure that out between now and then, because I think that would just make sense with you guys having known each other in advance. If you want to do any crazy combos, you can spring on me. You can ask me in advance. It's whatever you want to do.
Megazord.
Megastore.
Megazord.
All
We
right.
interlock.
Kevin, do you know what race you would like to play? Joe?
I toyed around with a bunch of things, and I think I settled on it today. Originally, I was saying Tabaxi or a Triton, but I think I would like to play a High Elf.
High
Have
Elf.
you heard of the High Elves?
Now, which? Oh, I think I just saw it. I do. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the High Elf.
High Elves are cool. They're like elves. They do not need to sleep. They trance for 4 hours. And
Oh,
they
wow.
don't. They can't be charmed. Also, which is pretty cool. Other than that, I mean, High Elves are really cool. They get an extra cantrip, which I think is pretty sweet. And they get a nice boost to dexterity and intelligence, which seems like a wizard would be.
And what are those boosts?
+2 dex, +1 int.
2 int plus 1.
And I've
Let's
played a
do
high
that
elf
again,
wizard
page
before. I had a lot of
24.
fun doing that. It wasn't a
You have-
one shot. It was a campaign that just didn't quite find its way through. So I like
Yes.
high elves.
What will your weapon be, do you think?
You know, a spell
Ditto?
book.
Yeah.
I think
Just
wizards
straight
get an
real straight
item to
magic,
carry. I don't know, maybe like a. Well, I guess my focus, I'd like to use like a wand. That would be cool. Be like a Harry Potter wizard.
Okay,
Um,
that can be arranged.
Maybe carrying around a quarterstaff or a dagger or something like that. Who knows?
Alright,
Maybe
I was
if I
checking-
get if we roll later for some magical items, maybe I could have a magical wand or something that
I think that
does
can-
things to people. You know?
That can be done to some extent, I
Puts
think.
dents in their armor, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think this is flying
yes,
over everyone's heads here.
some dents in their armor. It did fly over my head.
The wand
Um,
of well.
Oh.
Nice.
It wouldn't work that well. Yeah, wizard. That's where it's at. High elf wizard. And I don't think I said the school before. I'd like to do the school of chronergy, which is all like
Ooh.
time-based stuff.
Oh, yes.
It's the Matthew Mercer thing, right?
I think it is, right? Because it popped up
It's-
here. I'd never
yeah.
seen it before, and it seems really cool.
Yeah, I don't know what the benefits are of a 8th level chronology, whatever it is. Chronal shift.
Oh, show
What
some
level? This
stuff.
is below level.
It's just
8?
a reaction that I have. I'm not sure what level. It doesn't say what, but The other one is momentary stasis.
Momentary stasis.
I feel like that would be a good like deep. I like playing like the debuff kind of stuff as a wizard, like helping out the combat guys. Like if I could cast slow and ruin an encounter, it's pretty cool.
If I could ruin everything for you, I would love it.
And
Slow
pass
could.
each.
Slow could just ruin it, where like you just could just wail on people and they can't do anything to stop you.
Awesome.
I could also add intelligence to my initiative rolls, which I think is pretty cool.
Okay, and you can. I have made an initiative modifier in each of your tokens, but I just deleted Matt's thing, so I should probably add that back. Remind me to add that back after. But you can, if you have bonuses to initiative, you can either click the initiative on your character sheet, or you can adjust the macro and just change it from a +2 to a +1, or whatever. And on your tokens or whatever, you'll have the option to click it. And once your character sheets are all filled out, I'll just make a bunch of macros based on the things that you've entered in the character sheet. So don't feel like you have to make the buttons. I have a really quick extension that does that for you.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. So if you fill in your character sheet and add whatever spells that you want in there, or whatever actions or attacks you want in there, just put those on the character sheet, and I'll make it into a macro. It'll be fun.
All right.
Greg, what race would you like to play?
I'm going to be a variant human, but I can
Okay,
start
okay.
off with a feat, and the feat that I'm going to take is crossbow expert.
Nice.
I'm going to be using a hand crossbow.
Very nice.
So I get 2 different ability scores +1. I get a proficiency in any one skill of my choice, and I get that feat. It's going to be very much like...
And you get to pick the designation for the +1s? Okay, so I'll write it like this. Okay? So these are everybody's bonuses.
Sweet.
I'm thinking of him being like... sort of like a Majora's Mask type of situation, where when he's not wearing the mask, he's very jovial and he's very like forthcoming and he's sociable, but as soon as he puts on like this, I'm imagining it as like a Hollow Knight mask. As soon as he puts that on, he's in a completely different zone.
Oh man,
He's
that's
just
cool.
doing what needs to be done.
Oh, that's
I
so
like it, I
cool.
like
That
it.
is super cool, man.
Cool
So
theme.
I might make 2 different tokens depending on if he's wearing the mask or
Oh,
not.
nice. Oh, I'm digging it.
And I could actually make it into a rollable token. I think there's a slider on Roll20 that lets you slide between things. I would have to look into it.
Oh, that's cool.
Even
we
if it
could
doesn't
also
work
just
out like
do-
that, I can always just like cut and paste it. Big deal.
Oh, for sure. And I could throw 2 tokens and just assign them both to your character sheet, and we'll leave one of them in the top right or something like that. Yeah, we can do that. I like that quite a bit. Where is my sheet? There we go. Okay. So we have that generally. Between now and then, there's no need for you to pick a non-combat feat right now, if you have one in mind, or the feats right now if you have one in mind. You can check those out, or you can do that in your spare time and figure out if you'd rather have the ability score increases at 4, 8, and 6 for a fighter, but we don't have any of those. Yeah, so you guys can take as in terms of non-combat feat, it could still have a stat modifier as long as use your common sense. Like crossbow expert, very clearly a combat feat.
Sure.
Tough is on the line. I would allow things like tough or something like that, but
Guess we
if
can
you want
always come
something
to you
like
if we have.
yeah, sure. And I'm gonna say yes unless it's something directly like crossbow expert or sentinel or something like that. It's just gonna be yes. But props to you if you pick something like actor or something strange, like a juggler.
Yeah, actor's
something,
useful.
one of those.
Yeah, actor's
like that.
super cool.
Right, and we can maybe that can dictate who the leader of the party is. Do we know, based on these characters, who we would generally want running the detective agency or the group that you guys have? Is there one person that stands out so far?
I think it's either Matt or Kevin.
I agree.
See, I was thinking either Kevin or Greg.
then I win by Venn diagram association.
Yeah,
that's true. He's got,
I got the most
he's
votes.
the bubble inside.
I would like to be the
Kevin, do you
leader
feel
if you
comfortable
guys would
doing
have
that?
me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kevin's the
I'm
leader.
cool with that. I feel like the
And Nick,
The
it's
wizard
nothing
guy, you
against
know.
I just don't see the centaur.
No.
The centaur barbarian being like, so tell me what happened here.
No, this I have planned to actually take the 7 and put it in my intelligence, like straight up, like.
I'm not shy to being an investigator.
And it kind of
Done
makes
it
sense
there.
with the theme you were talking about earlier, which is like I like to support people. I like to manage the fight. I think that
Yeah,
fits
like
well.
the strategist,
Yes. Absolutely.
but also a little, Scooby-Doo mystery going on. Zoinks. Which I might
For
say,
sure.
which I might say once or 30 times while we play.
You can
Jinkies.
do that. You can name him Fred. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. There's
Scooby
a
the
few-
wizard.
You do only have one animal mascot in the party.
True.
True.
It'd be a honey badger.
That mat made out of metal.
So I almost went for a warforged.
Oh,
Because you made
Oh, that
yourself.
would have been.
Yeah. Who am
you
I?
created yourself.
But I really
Wow.
like the intelligence bonus from the gnome. And I thought I might need it.
It's really funny.
I like that you're playing a gnome. I think that's pretty great.
That is super cute. Yeah, so I guess does everybody have access to the character sheets where we can put in these pre-gens that might help you remember which stats you want to take? And Greg obviously has more flexibility, but if you guys want to throw the 2 in the strength so you know you're starting at a 2, you can do good. Because if one of you guys that's starting at a 2, if you take that 16, that's an 18. That's a +4 modifier. So that's
Oh, I see what you're saying.
a battle,
Oh.
whatever you want to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I-
a fool. I'm like, why can't I edit anything? I didn't
Like
click
two-
edit. Oh wait, no. I'm not a fool.
Yeah, I
You know how
have
to ask?
Dungeon Master's Vault open as well, and I'm just gonna put everything there first, like
That's what I'm gonna do.
Greg.
sure.
Yeah.
I
Just-
actually have a Word document open that I started writing stuff down on Whistlerock, and I'm gonna write down my stats, and then I'll just put them in where I want them.
Oh, does that really not work? Oh, that's sad. I thought that worked.
Yeah, you
Not
can't
able
put the
to
2 or whatever
edit.
in there. You have to like put the full
Actual number.
value
Never
in.
mind. You click the gear and then you edit it that way. That's what you do. The gear in the top right.
Oh.
Oh, so that you can apply the
was
plus
incorrect.
whatever.
Yeah, the attribute stuff is in the middle. It's the middle top box.
Attribute options. Dexterity.
Yeah, so you can do it in Dungeon Master's Vault and
Two.
add it over later, but this is the screen you probably wanted to do. I think there's like a loadable thing that you can send to Roll20. You save it on Dungeon Master Vault and then transfer it over, right?
Yes.
It's usually easier to just like type it in from Dungeon Master's Vault into this character sheet because sometimes it doesn't cross over as well as you would expect.
Right. Okay.
So
But I trust you guys to remember. Whichever way you want to track it down, you could do it with pen and paper too, if you wanted. So we'll do that. But I think with that, we can do the stat draft.
Stat draft.
If you would like, I'll pick a new song for the stat draft.
Sure.
All right. But we can have that. So right now, the order that we have is Greg into Matt, into Nick, into Kevin. I will edit the Discord stats live as we take them.
One more
We
time.
can-
Where's that +2 going to?
Your +2 for the Rock Gnome, there's 2 in the int stat and
Oh.
1 in the con.
I thought you were giving us something. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? What are we doing?
There
Oh,
you go.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
No worries.
Carry on.
Carrying on. So we have Greg on the clock. As I'm editing this, do you still see it? Normally, I have the editing open right now, but do you still see like the 16435
Uh,
in Discord?
Where am I looking?
Discord. board.
Oh yeah, I see you here.
Yeah, I see it.
Yes.
All right. So if I do this, does it change automatically, or do I have to save it? I just changed it. Is
You have to
16 a 1?
You have to
You
save
have to
it.
save it.
Okay, I'll save it after each pick then.
Oh, mama.
So Greg is on the clock. You may take a stat from the list.
I'm gonna take a 15.
We're just gonna take a 15. We're gonna go down to 5 here. And now Matt is on the clock.
Correct. I'll take the 16.
Give him the 16, high roller. It's
Eight.
been yoinked. 16 is gone.
I did that.
Darn,
so
I
that
thought I
way
had a
either-
shot at it.
Hey, either you or Kevin or you or Matt were gonna get a 20 in intelligence, which is okay by me.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Or you
Plus
can pick
4
a
is
feat
pretty
that
great.
gives you.
I'm so
You
smart.
can pick a feat that gives you +1.
Yeah, I've thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you have flexibility with that. So Nick is on the clock now.
I'll take 15.
Another 15 off the board. There are 4 left. Strategy seems to be take the high numbers. It is Kevin's turn.
I'm gonna take a 15.
There it goes. We're down to 3.
I'm gonna take a second 15.
Oh, he snipes 2 15s. We're down to 2 15s remaining. We have in reverse order back to Nick.
I'll take a 14. You know what?
14?
I take a 15, so here, take.
Very generous of you. Goes back to Matt.
I took the 16, so I'm going to take a 9.
You're taking the 9.
Okay.
He said he was going to take the 9. I respect it. Back to Greg.
I'm gonna do a 14.
Taking a 14.
And,
Now we're starting a new round. Second number. You guys are writing these down, right?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
And just take a 14. I said.
You just took a 14.
Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty, I guess. I'll do the 12.
Taking a 12. One of the bountiful 12s. We have 4 12s remaining. Back to Matt.
I will take a 15.
He's taking a 15. That's what he does. Takes the high numbers. We got Nick.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna snag that last 15.
Last 15. We're down. We're out of 15s. To Kevin.
That's alright, I'll take a 14 because that's gonna be great for my dexterity.
114 for the dex, and you get the next round start too.
Oh, I do. That's pretty great. Yeah, I think. Do I need it? Do I need that 14, boys?
What are your numbers right now?
I got a 15, a 15, and a 14.
I'd say
I
do
feel like
what
pretty
your
good right now.
heart desires.
I really don't need strength or charisma. So I'll take the 14 and maybe keep some good wisdom save things.
You're taking
Is
the
that
last
cool?
14?
That cool, folks?
Yeah.
Alright,
The
cool.
leader takes the last 14.
Well, see, I'm the leader
Leads
too. I
back
deserve
to-
it.
Going back to Nick.
I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna grab this 7.
He's taking the
I'm
7.
doing it. I'm
off
grabbing
the
the
board.
7.
The what is this? A -3? 7?
It's a 2.
-2? Okay.
And I'll take that 8 in this next round, so you don't need it.
It is Matt. Matt's
Uh,
turn.
The 13, please.
The 13. One of the 13s goes off the board, and Greg is taking the 8, you said?
Yeah, I'll take the 8 and the 12.
Taking the 8. Taking the 12. Down to 3 12s. Okay. Now we're sitting at 2 13s, 3 12s, 1 11, 1 10. Going into Matt.
I'll take the 10.
Going into the 10. Standard average number. Going into Nick.
I'll take the 13. One of the 13s.
Gotcha. Down to Kevin.
I'll take that 11.
Takes the 11, the last lowest number. Now all we're left with is 12s and 13s. Kevin, what's your last number?
I'll take the 12.
Taking the 12. Who will take that 13? Nick.
I'll also take a 12.
Everybody
Just grab
is
it.
being generous. The
We got some
humbleness.
good stats here, guys.
Yeah, it's
We
still
did.
This is pretty
it's
great.
not-
It's like, I'll take a
Um,
12. It's nothing.
Matt, would you like the 12 or the 13?
Greg, what do you want?
If I take the 13, with me being a variant human, I can put a
Yeah,
plus
you
1
get
in
it.
that.
All yours. I'll
Okay.
take 12.
All right, so we got a 12 for Matt, 13 for Greg, and that completes
That's
the
great.
stat draft. Well done.
Nice.
Well done, friends.
Who's got the minus ones? Me, Matt, and Nick.
I have a
Nine.
Yeah, I have no minus stats.
I have a 9.
I have a -2 for my intelligence. Let's go.
I like it. I like it though.
I'm so happy with it.
Me horse,
Okay.
me hit things.
That we do.
This
So
is
done
great.
deal.
Man, my dude is killer here.
Like how we're all instantly going into Dungeon Master's Vault, being like,
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good.
I mean, I was
Oh my
updating
God.
him as I go, so like if I take a +1 int feat, then I have a +4 for intelligence. That's pretty awesome.
Right. And that's the flexibility that you have with your ability modifiers too. Like Matt, if he wants to burn a +2, he has that 20 for the ability modifier. Right?
I could do that too.
Could do that if you want to max out one of them.
I don't know if I need to. We'll see.
Sometimes I regret not taking the ability score on Dewey, but then I remember Warcaster is broken, so
Warcaster is really cool.
Yeah, I don't regret
Like,
that at all.
I had my intelligence to my initiative rolls, but like if I had +1 to each initiative, is that really worth like doing a cool feat? You know, I'd rather have
Yeah.
something cool like telekinetic. I'm moving stuff with my mind,
Be
or
somewhat
using it
fun.
to observe evidence without touching it and getting fingerprints on it. Oh yeah, that's so great.
Absolutely.
I trained my mind so that I could
Forensic
pick up things
science?
with a mage hand.
So
Yeah,
forensic science is going to be a little bit lower in medieval times.
that's
We
okay.
might not have the fingerprint, but if you had, we could work with some sort of, if there is a spell that will run, like who last touched this object, you can tell me what that is, and we can run that, or we could like customize that too. If
Okay.
you want that to be a spell that's
Locate object, but it like gives you the person.
locate owner, because there is a cleric spell called Legend Lore that lets you know like everything about the last person who owned the object. So I know
Oh,
there's
that's cool.
precedent for it.
That's very cool.
I like
Yeah.
that. I'm in
Yeah.
for that.
So I'm sure we could do like a lighter version of Wizard that, depending on the level. That shows
Cool.
you just their last immediate owner or when it was touched last or something like that. Yeah, we can talk about that between now and then.
Yeah,
So you guys want to take a 5-minute break as you're doing Dungeon Master Vault stuff?
Sure.
Sure.
we're
Kevin,
trying-
are you taking locate object? Because I was gonna put it in mine.
Oh, I don't know.
You know, I could do that.
I think we should.
Everybody look at this.
I'm gonna locate the restroom right quick. Be right back.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I'll think about locate object. I'll be right back.
Boom, boom, boom.
This is so good. I wanted this sort of to work out this way, that my character is quote unquote religious, but because of my intelligence, I get a -2 to religion. So I'm like, I don't actually know anything about like religious stuff. I like to believe that I do. Ah,
I mean, you can know what you've been taught really well, right? But you just not know the history. Like you can know a lot about Christianity without knowing all the BC stuff or like the stuff around the crucifixion. You could have just read a Bible really well once, and or something like that.
I like to think of it as like this character went to like services often, but he just was completely zoning out and making it up in his own head, like what was going on.
That can be done.
What's interesting to me too is that like because this takes place in like Etheria, we can build off of like certain things. Like this character could be very much like pro Ioun, but like but like be very misguided. I'm also
Yes.
yeah, I'm also very like married to a name for my character, and I don't know if that's something we want to save for the first session.
Well, you can do whatever you want. It's you guys would know each other's names, but from a player perspective, you can keep that hidden if you'd like to.
I think I'll wait until we play.
Yeah, that's one of those things that doesn't really affect other people. Like knowing your people's skills, you can think about combos and whatnot. But
Right.
if you just want to hide the name, that's fine.
For the hit points, are we actually rolling, or do we want to just do like averages, or?
You guys can take the average. I like rolling.
Oh,
But
no,
my
health.
vote, I would vote for rolling, but you guys can do whatever you want. I think rolling is epic.
Rolling for health for a wizard
Wow.
sounds very scary.
That's true, but it's a one shot.
It
What
is very
other
true.
time are you gonna roll?
Yeah, I know,
health
but
for
then
a
I'm gonna get one shot.
I'll
I
go for
will-
help.
I will also roll for health. It sounds interesting.
You know what? Let's do it. I'm down.
All right, I'm in.
Okay.
Okay, so just so you know, your level 1 class gets automatic the highest amount of your hit dice.
Oh, you're doing no rolling on Dungeon Master or Dungeon Vault?
What?
Oh, are you guys?
Oh, I can just hit
rolling on
random.
Dungeon?
I'd like to roll it here.
No, I'm
I'm
going
gonna roll it here.
for fun.
Yeah.
One,
Oh,
two,
I
three.
rolled it in Dungeon Master's Vault.
How'd you do?
I did
roll.
really well. I did 10
can
hit
take it.
points
Yeah, keep
over the
I did.
gonna-
average.
I'm gonna roll it in here. 7d10. Here we go.
70-10 plus your con for level, right?
Can we like drop one of them? Wow, look at this guy.
That's
46
pretty good
doesn't
rolls.
sound-
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
That's above average.
Is
So
it
then
above
you get
average?
your con mod.
Yes.
5.5 times 10, right? I don't know.
Well, let's see. Can you just read them off to
5.5
me?
times 7.
Read them off to me?
6, 8, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6.
Okay, 6, 8, 4, 5,
6, 1, 6.
1, 6.
Here we go. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, you rolled higher than Greg.
Oh my lord.
He was
Well,
a rock gnome.
Statistically, I think I have a really bad shot of rolling that.
You guys get your con
76.
modifier too, right? So you're level 8, so you'll get your con modifier times 8 added on as well.
4,
Yes.
3, 4,
That was just the dice.
4.
Oh my god, he has 4 modifier. I forgot. You
Great.
put that in con?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 77 hit points.
Oh my
Jesus.
gosh, what a guy. Alright, you ready for me?
I'm a
You
miniature
gotta
tank.
need every hit point, yeah.
I need it all here, let's go. 6s, 6s, 6s. Not a lot of 6s, 0 6s. 24!
For the wizard before
Oh, that's terrible.
Can we
What's
roll,
your con?
roll the ones? at
Could
all?
be
My con is
worse.
+2.
We can re-roll the runs if you want. Greg got a 1, Kevin got a 1.
Yeah, re-roll the ones. Make it a little
enjoy
bit
that.
spicier.
Okay.
You get a 2.
Okay.
Worth it.
The fates hurt us.
It's fine.
Alright.
Well, now you tied Matt's score, so brothers roll the same.
Hey, I got a 3!
Nice.
Hey.
That'll
That's better
do.
than a
Hey, cool,
one.
that's like the average. Alright, I rolled
Denmark
like
should
I
have a
rolled a
lot of
little
hit
below
points.
average, that's not bad.
I like it. How many hit points do you have? Yeah.
Me?
81.
Oh man.
Okay.
I only have 61.
I mean, that makes sense. You're gloom stalking. You're the stealth boy.
Yeah.
It's my excuse. I'm made of paper.
I literally have a horse's body.
I rolled a 48. 48 health, that's what I got.
Ooh, you stay in the back.
Yeah. I hope
But now,
nothing
like,
different
maybe
in
I
the
could
back.
take a feat that gives 1 to Constitution.
Sure, and then you could get your 8 extra hit points. Things to think about.
It's kind of handy.
So on my slate of things, there is only one thing left to roll for then, and that's whatever magical enchantment you have. So this could be Kevin's wand, could be something like Nick's lance, or something, Matt's hammer. So something thematic that ties to your character that you would want enchanted.
A magic gun.
A laser gun. Yeah, I mean, if you have a gun, we can try to go for that. You already have it. I'm like, okay. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, and it adds to the damage roll? What up?
That's pretty good. Okay. I want everybody to roll me 2 d20s at the same time.
Okay.
So 2 d. We'll start with Nick.
Okay.
So, who's in there? 13 and then 19.
It's pretty good.
Feels good.
Looking at things.
I'm also really glad that we got the extra feat, because doing a level 5 and a level 3 only gives me 1 feat naturally, so having a second one is really nice.
Yeah, that's the only trouble with multi-classing.
Yeah, you miss out on those, right?
Mm-hmm. I was bummed. I was like, well, what if I do a 4 and 4, and if I do that, I don't get the level 2 paladin spells. So
You don't get the extra
you want
attack
those.
either.
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
All right, Nick, can you roll me a d12 instead of a d20?
Yeah.
That's a 3. Okay, so a 13 and a 3. Okay. So,
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's got that look in his eye.
Yeah, I see the smile.
I am gonna say that
It's like I'm supposed to have
would you like
magical
your item?
shoes.
I'll let you guys pick the item. What item would you like to be enchanted? I have the enchantments in my head.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the lance. I think the lance is what I want to have enchanted.
Magical
Okay.
horseshoes.
Okay, so your lance is made from a strange material, which in this world is in this land is going to be sea stone. It's going to be this tealish, bluish lance that just teal and blue all over with marked things, and on the handle, at the end of it, is a large emerald. Okay.
Okay.
And when you hold this axe and how you've always held this, whenever you pick up this weapon, not only do you have an urge to smite your enemies and get them all done, there's also something calling from you within the weapon to take the wealth of the people that you vanquished and take the wealth of the fallen. And whenever you encounter something that is like a gem or some sort of material wealth, there is a tiny voice in your head that says, I want that, as long as the lance is on you.
Okay. I like that.
Okay, we're gonna have
That's some
Matt.
fun flavor.
Matt, what item would you like enchanted? And roll a d20 and a d12.
I am going to go with boots.
Boots. That's a good one.
Boots.
13 and a 6. I'm gonna take the 6 because there's 13. Can you roll me a d12? 6, 6. Okay. Let's take a look at this.
I like to imagine that it's Azazel's patron that's inside the lance. It's crossing over.
He's just been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah. It's like, I remember a guy. He had 4 legs.
I love that. Like, it all ties in.
Okay, so as a rock gnome, you've always been closer to the ground than most folk. And as such,
Yes.
you've thought, hey, it's very important that I treat the ground well, and it treats me well. So you bought a nice pair of shoes, treat the ground well. And your shoes, over time, have developed this sense of being able to detect vibrations in the earth. So whenever something is nearing you or approaching you, the shoes give like a little fold, almost as if they're moving on their own, to let you know that something is coming and to prepare yourself for battle. Okay, these shoes are going to... I'm going to try to thematically remember to have them whisper when things are approaching you. And you're also going to get a +2 bonus to initiative if you're not incapacitated during the fight. So if you're up, the shoes are giving you a +2 to initiative. And the downside of this...
There it is.
And the other shoe's gonna drop. Oh.
The other shoe drops. These are very loud shoes. Every step is like magnified, okay? Like multiple times the sound of a normal shoe. They're very nice. It's like you can walk, no matter how quiet you walk, it still sounds like it's going. So
I like the
you're gonna have a
tap
hard
dancing
time
shoes.
yeah, pretty much. Except they tap on Earth too, but by just some miraculous thing. So you're gonna have a hard time with stealth checks should you try to do that.
Got it.
I'll try to remember that. Hold on, I need to write this shit down because I didn't realize that they have implications in terms of material stuff. So we
Much
have
for being the sneaky rogue that you're used to. It's like, oh, I rolled a 3. Well, that's 20.
Gnome shoes for initiative and loud. Okay, they're loud. Okay, Kevin, roll me 2 d20s and then a d12. Because that worked out well.
Alright, let's do it. 2 d20s.
We have a 12 and a 10.
Bust.
Then roll your d12.
A 1!
A 1.
Okay.
Okay. Which item would you like enchanted?
The wand would be cool, having a magic wand. I think that's every wizard's dream.
Every wizard's dream is the magical wand. That's a really interesting one.
Uh-oh. I'm the leader of the bunch. Does it make sense or no?
It kind of does. Everything makes
Okay.
sense if you twist it. Let me look at the one.
You can only breathe underwater. When you do, it tastes great.
It tastes great. That's good.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So this one, ever since you've had this wand, you get a good nature and optimism that comes alongside it. Like you know that the wand itself is happy, and it kind of makes you happy to the point where you're almost a Disney princess because butterflies come around and they hover around you.
That's precious.
All these forest creatures are naturally drawn to you when you're holding the wand or when the wand's on your possession. They just like you. What's interesting is when you use it, you hear fragments of ancient songs that you've never heard before.
Oh, cool.
So from these songs, sometimes they're just, I'm not going to sing for you during this campaign. Sometimes you hear little bits that might be spell oriented. So in terms of how this works, I will let you at one point when you're attacking, use an earth-based spell, and you can pick whatever that is. You hear a song emit from the mountains and tell you how to cast a natural earth-based spell, earth stone, something like that.
Okay.
And pick that before Wednesday, and I'm probably going to be okay unless it's like destroy creature with your
Boulder, yeah.
rock. Yeah, boulder throw or something like that. So at one point, nature will bless you with the ability to understand an ancient spell that you haven't heard before, and you can run that by me when you pick that.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, how will that work? Like, because I'm mostly just gonna be like, so like, let's say I cast Firebolt. Will there be an
Sure.
opportunity, like I cast Firebolt as an attack, and then the Earth spell hits too?
Let's do one innate. In our head, for the character, it would be one innate random spell a day, but because you're in Whistlerock, it's one innate Earth-based spell a day.
Okay.
So if you're here for 2 days, you can cast it twice as a reaction. Okay.
As a reaction.
So you can cast your Firebolt, and you can cast one Earth-based spell as a reaction once per day.
All right, sweet.
Okay.
That's cool. The Happy Wand.
The wand
Happy
of happiness
Potter.
now. All right, Greg. What item would you like
I love
enchanted?
Either my mask, or if that doesn't work, like cape hood.
Mask and cape hood. So I like the mask. You have the one mask that you put on, and then another
Yes.
this. Roll me 2 d20s and then a d12.
Oops. Sorry if I just rolled the thing.
You hit with a 23.
Nice.
8, 7. I have to hide this one from you.
Oh no.
Um, and the 7 is... Okay, so I don't know if this... You can reject this if you want. So on the mask, on the inside, there are scratchings of a language that you don't understand and can't comprehend, and you've taken it to scholars, and nobody knows what this is. It's just very strange shapes that are put in there, and you hope that one day you'll figure out what this message is. That's the thing I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is this is no ordinary mask, and you can reject this if you want. But the mask will periodically and randomly alter its appearance in slight ways. If this were a Hollow Knight mask, the horns would grow, shrink, and chip, or have like little cracks going through, or change color. So you take that, or you can roll again.
I like that.
Like that?
I'm okay with that.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes it much more Gloomstalker-y if it's completely different every time.
Cool if you get like the Rorschach effect on it.
Pretty much.
You always remember the one time where it looked like the mask had a mustache, but
Yeah, that was a rough
it's never
one.
returned. Yeah. Okay, I think that's pretty good for enchantments. That's all I have on my.
So, could I just ask quickly?
Yes. No.
Greg being a Gloomstalker rogue, this probably does not apply to you, but Kevin and Nick, do you think that your characters may be heavily concentration spell focused?
I think so, yeah. I
Mine
think
would,
I would.
not be.
I will also have concentration going on
Oh, you will?
with Hunter's Mark, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like for me, like casting slow, like I need to keep concentrating on that.
Because I get several
Banishment, my new
infusions.
favorite spell. That'll make a return.
I got several infusions, and I think this is going to be one of them that might be getting made.
That's really cool.
That's cool. You just straight up succeed.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not even a reroll. It's just like, no, I succeeded.
Crazy.
That's
How
very
many of these
cool.
can you produce in a day? How many of these objects?
So it's based upon my class level. So I know like 6 of these kind of items, but I think I can only have 3 at a time.
Okay.
Just trying to find where it is. Oh, here it is. Okay, yes, so I know 6, but I only have 3 items that I've actually made and prepared. And I believe I can change them on a long rest.
As a reaction, I can sort of help with that. For other people, not for myself. That's really why I wanted to be this guy too, because he can help out the party.
Oh yeah, that's a cool ability. You have the reverse lucky, forces them to reroll something.
Yeah, but it could also work for like our side too. If like someone rolls like a really junky save,
Right.
I could be like, "Oh, you're cool." Like maybe
Roll
we can
again.
turn that junk around.
And if anybody wanted to take lucky, you can take lucky. That's fine. But it is a combat feat.
I think I will.
There you go.
Actually, I was taking a look earlier. I will be taking the Wonder Maker.
What is that?
Oh,
What?
We are going.
Yeah.
We are going full thematic here.
The Wunderkind. Oh my goodness. It's unearthed Arcana.
Jeez. Just
Wow.
increase your abilities.
Oh, that's cool.
That's great.
Calculator.
Double proficiency?
Questions?
Using your proficiency with Tinker's tools.
You can make a lifter that could help move.
I can lift
Nick.
the centaur.
If we need to get him over like a big rocky gap, you could just make a lift.
Who cares about climbing?
You don't need climbing. We have escalators or elevators.
Escalators.
Yes.
This device predicts the weather.
Escalator, more like equine later.
Oh goodness, that was good.
I'm sorry.
That was really good.
What now?
You know, an escalator for horses.
I like it. Very nice. Okay, so now we're in chill mode. We're in like the planning stage. But before we get to the full plan stage, I'll go back to Whistlerock, and we will show you guys your envoy. So one day at the agency, and wherever it is based in the region, you can tell me wherever you guys hail from, or wherever you want it to be. One day, at your shop, at your station, a wagon rolls up. The wagon that's fully equipped with supplies, horses, and a driver. And there is another man beside you, who comes with a note. He comes up. He says, I bear a message with you. Is this the detective agency, the local detective agency? You guys can pick your name too if you want. But exchanging pleasantries, he's going to say, well, you know, I got paid to deliver a message, so here it is. Noble detectives, I seek your aid. My name is River, and I am a merchant from the mountain town of Whistlerock. Someone dear to me has gone missing, and I lack the aptitude to discover where she went. I offer lodging, gems, and significant coin, as well as a caravan to transport you. Please heed my request, and I will be forever in your debt. Finest regards, River. The man will say, I will be around at night. We will resupply the caravan and feed and water the horses, and in the morning, we'll take you there if you want to go, if you accept the mission. If not, I'll head back now. Let me know in the morning. How that? That's your story hook.
And we say no. Credits roll.
I
Sorry.
know. We're done. It was a short adventure.
Guys
We
want to
haven't
hit the
been
bar?
detectives in 50 years.
I have been doing this for 372 years.
I'm in.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, definitely.
How long have you guys been detectives together, you think? Is this a new endeavors, or are there any new recruits, or is it a...
I am not kidding with the 372 years thing. I'm picturing this kind of crotchety old man, Danny Glover-esque. I'm too old for this shit.
when I started blasting with my arcane infuser?
I mean,
I'm
high
retiring
elves could live
in
pretty
5
long
days.
too.
5 days.
Maybe elf and gnome know each other from. We've been doing this for a long time. We've been in the detective gig for hundreds of years. We got the muscle with us.
Yeah.
That's, we recruit new young muscle to escort us. On.
Yeah, because we're so old and crotchety.
I like the idea that you guys like picked me up off of like it was like a mercenary crew, and they got like wiped out except for me, and I was looking for work.
Oh.
And so now I work for you guys as like not only muscle but as a horse.
And
Like all the things a horse can also do.
can I just be a dude that like sits in the corner? And you guys are just like, yeah, he just kind of follows us around and helps us out. Like, I don't know where he doesn't want to get paid. He's just there.
I love that.
Hanging around.
He's got nothing else better to do on a Tuesday.
I
Hey,
love it.
Nick,
Yeah.
what if you were a centaur tar?
Oh no.
A centaur tar?
From Centaur World?
Oh, click that.
Oh no. Is this a horse? Okay. Wait, yeah.
Say,
Oh,
I'm gonna
lordy.
say if you're a Centaur tar,
Oh
you
my god.
cannot
This
wield
is-
the lance.
But I can go underwater because I don't need to breathe.
Right, and you get
So-
multi-attack. You're gonna get many hoof attacks and many hooves.
Do you walk by like flipping?
Oh my
He
lord.
just rolls like a
Repeatedly
wheel.
flipping.
Oh no.
I love this.
Centaur tar.
It's beautiful.
The
Swings by you
man
can't
tar.
climb, yeah. Oh,
Gosh.
man. Okay, and then one other thing I wanted to do was strengths and weaknesses. I'll at least get you guys thinking about that. So if we can go and do theoretically, like, you don't have to figure this out today, but if you have something bubbling in your mind, that might work. Like, Nick, do you have an idea of something you're good at and something you're not?
Great at well, I think it's easier for me. I can definitely pinpoint that this character is just an idiot. He's just
That's his biggest
he's
strength.
is like not like I don't know what money is type, you know, like he literally doesn't get the hint if somebody is like trying to like tell him like an obvious thing, or
Or you
like
like the tick.
yeah, exactly. Like he's like, I'm here. I'm the knight of the crew. Meanwhile, I'm like holding like saddlebags and like clearly I am a workhorse. I do think though that this character is very in tune with other animals. And very good so this is very weird because I have like an insight proficiency, I think. So like I can pick things out, like I like the idea that he can like see things, but he doesn't get them. Like he'll be like, hey, what's this thing? And like everybody else can figure out what it is based on him just finding this important thing in a room.
So you know it's important, but you don't know why.
Yeah, I think that he's kind of like in tune, like very intuitive, but not smart. Does that make sense?
You have wisdom.
Yeah, sorta. Yeah, he does have wisdom. Or would it be like, would it be wisdom? I don't know.
Wisdom is like learned intelligence. Intelligence is like from a book. Wisdom is
Okay.
learned experience. Intelligence is knowledge from a book. So street smarts. Wisdom, I guess.
Okay. I have
I
to
like
think about it. Yeah, but I think
I think
that's the
that's good.
general direction. Yeah, that I'm going with this.
You know, like
character.
What about you, Matt? So I know you've said he's an old crotchety guy. Is that his weakness? He doesn't put up with a lot of shit.
Yes, and being older, his strength is not what it once was. He is not as adept at hand-to-hand combat, but he finds other ways to protect himself.
Weapons that attack the ankles directly.
That's right.
I see.
Yeah.
Massive shin. You ever have shin splints? Not pleasant.
Oof.
I'm sure Kevin's character has had shin splints far too often working with you for that long.
Yeah, I'm very tall too.
The big and small swear. Kevin, do you have an idea for a strength and weakness? We want to sit on that.
I want to sit on it, but I do like the concept of being the Disney princess that's like floating on the air and is like, everything's so wonderful. Like, we're gonna solve this mystery and save the entire town. I guess
Do you remember?
optimism.
That's good. Do you remember what you were like before the wand? Were you that optimistic to where like the wand was drawn to you, or were you less optimistic person before then, and the wand is
Maybe I like Cinderella'd a little bit. I went from like
Sure.
the housemaid to the happier housemaid.
little zero to hero, yeah.
Yeah,
Going on. What was
Yes,
happening?
indeed.
maybe we'll see. I might come up with something funny.
Sure.
I don't know. That doesn't really fall into a strength or a weakness, but it's just kind of a character
Yeah,
trait.
you can sit on it. What do we want? I think weaknesses are fun for roleplay. Strengths too. Greg, do you have any idea? You want to sit on that too?
Definitely.
You can change it. If anybody can
Yeah,
change.
definitely infiltration based. This guy pretty much turned invisible with Doomstalker and Rogue shenanigans. However, I would probably say that his weakness would be that he is a little cynical and doesn't get people too much. Like he'll try to butt into conversations and he'll just like be an idiot.
Do you get along with Nick's character?
Yeah,
I feel like we would get along.
like he's not overly hurtful. He's not out to like hurt people's feelings. Just more of he's got a
Abrasive.
little bit of brash. Brash is a good word.
So we have a super optimistic, kind, bubbly person. We have a crotchety, grumpy old person. We have a person that's brash, and we have a person that's in touch with nature and just kind of chilling.
Oh, boy.
And I would say that like my character's very full of himself.
Okay.
This guy, the source.
He knows. He knows.
I
how
like to
take
think
care.
too that somewhere along the line, Matt, if you and I were in this investigative business for a long time, we'd find our ways to like meet in the middle and make stuff kind of work, you know?
Yeah.
We're like the
that makes
peanut butter and jelly.
That's what
That are
keeps the business
different, but we
afloat.
kind of we can do it well.
You want to take every job, but he's like, no, this doesn't make sense. They're not paying enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's great. Matt brings me down to earth, and I'm floating above. Ironically, with the
Too
the
old
rock
for that
gnome
shit.
is the guy that does keep me grounded.
Mm-hmm. And Greg, what's it like being such a stealthy person and doing
We
jobs
forget he's
with
around.
this- yeah, so doing things with this large lumbering centaur and rock gnome whose shoes pierce the heavens, but he won't get rid of them for some reason.
Well, I mean, everybody needs their little expertise in something in a group like this. So I
Yes.
think
So it
He
doesn't
sees
bother you
that
much.
he's. Nah, I think he sees that he's needed for some things. Some things need a strong hand from a centaur. Some things need a sneaky foot from him.
It's true. Some things need a wave of a wand.
Or the stomp of a boot.
Up a boot. Oh, that just about does it for me. So I'm gonna hang out for like 15 more minutes
What do
with
we
all
do
y'all.
about-
But I think
What do we do about potential starting armor / weapons?
starting armor/weapons.
Yeah. Sorry,
Um,
I just looked at my AC and I saw like 11. I was like,
Mine's
let's
13.
do. Hold on, there's a table in this for the Dungeon Master's Guide. Hold on. With like, let me find it. Let's just go armor.
I need to take a look at these.
I'm
feats.
never gonna be able to find this quickly, so I might just homebrew it.
Dean, how do you feel about me nixing the shield and like having a lance? Even though it's a two-handed weapon, I have the lance and I also have like another one-handed weapon in combat. Or is that a little too much?
I think because a lance is a two-handed weapon, you could do that because you're strong enough, but I think we'd have to kick it down from like a D12 to a lower thing.
I'm
Like a normal sword. It'll just be a smaller lance.
100% cool with that.
Okay. What is are swords normally 2D or like a D8? A normal sword is D8 because a broadsword is 2D6, right?
Well, I was thinking like a short sword because that's like a one-handed weapon.
Short sword.
I have
is
a
1d6.
long sword that's a D8. It's a
Long
one-handed
sword is a
D8.
D8? Okay, do you
Yeah,
want to
one-handed
do a D6 and a D8?
I'm down for that. That's fine.
Will that count as your multi-attack? Instead of like a hoof attack, you attack twice already with two weapons. That can be one of your options if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, if I have the option, I'll definitely take that because that's better than the hooves that are a D4.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. So you have your standard multi-attack, but you can swing with the short sword instead of a hoof in lieu of a
Okay.
hoof if you want. But you still have the hoof if you choose to use it for whatever reason, and there might be a reason.
Yeah, like I get
You get
I get
disarmed.
disarmed, yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah, you can roll with that. It'll just be a smaller lance.
I am very cool with that.
Instead of a jousting lance, it'll be a battle lance, we'll call it. Trying to find enchantments. I think because they have like the starting equipment, right? They have the starter kits, but the starter kits are for level 1 adventurers, right? Or like level 3. It's not for level 8s. How about we just do... Wish I could find this. So I still want magical weapons to be a little bit rare. So I don't want to be like everybody gets to +2 sword or something like that. I would want to at least roll for that to see if you can roll highly. Well, I get your point with armor. You want a decent armor.
well, just want to know like what would I be wearing at this point?
Right.
Because I don't want to go overboard, but I'm not out there naked and banging my gnome chest.
Yes, not banging your gnome chest. I'll just look one up. Roll table for armor. D100 whatever.
Learn to move things with your mind. What?
With your mind.
So the arcane firearm is based off of a wand staff or rod, so I'll probably just be carrying one of those.
Okay, that's fine.
And may not be carrying a blade weapon, but
What is reasonable here? Because how high does armor go?
What do you mean?
Like, what is the best type of armor? Because you guys are
full
Different
plate.
for everybody.
Full plate, I think, gives you 18 AC.
Gotta go outside one more time.
gold plate gives you 18 AC or up to 18.
I think it's. Let me see.
I think wizards don't get any.
Yeah, I don't get any armor.
Does an artificer do?
I have proficiency,
In what, light armor?
Yeah, plate gives you
light,
18
light
AC.
and medium, and shield.
Oh, 18 AC
Oh,
total.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like what is an artificer? Sorry, I just missed what you said there, Matt.
Light, medium, and shields.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
So like medium armor, you wear like a breastplate, 14 plus your dex.
Yeah, you guys can pick whatever makes sense. Do you want to do? Let's do. Let's make it a fun game. We'll determine if there's magic. So we'll have D20s. On a 1, it's cursed. On a 20, it's +5. 19 plus 4, 18 plus 3,
Good lord.
17 plus 2, 16 plus 1, and then everything in between is just neutral. And it's a non-magical item. We can have everybody roll a d20 for these things.
I cannot wait for these
All right.
D1s.
Okay, so average armor, if you want to take the plate, you can. That's fine as long as it's average. As long as it's within your proficiency. If you're proficient in heavy armor, you can take that, that's fine. But...
Is this for armor right now?
Yep, this is for if your armor is magical or cursed. Or
Oh, I mean, I don't really get any armor.
You can have like studded leather or something.
Yeah, but I can't wear it.
You can't wear
I'm a
anything.
wizard. I only get
Um,
robes.
We'll see if your robes are magical. Still roll a d20.
Okay.
See?
Cursed robes. A 3.
Okay, almost cursed. Almost cursed.
Pretty close to cursed.
Nick.
Okay, I'll roll for my I guess it's chainmail. Is that acceptable?
And anything that's within your classification. So if it's light armor, you could have a studded leather, which is 12 plus dex. If it's medium armor, the best you can get is breastplate or half plate if you want the disadvantage. That is 14 plus dex or 15 plus dex. And heavy armor, the best thing you can get is plate, which is disadvantage on stealth.
I want to see the
Okay.
centaur full plate armor.
I have heavy, so
Do
I
it.
guess yeah. Let's see what
Look it up.
happens. Okay,
7.
so it's
Okay.
it's regular.
All average for armors. We will let's roll for whatever our weapon based is too. We'll do the same thing. Roll d20 is 1. Your weapon or spellcasting thing is cursed. 16 to 20, you get a bonus somehow, whether that's an object or the weapon itself.
Let's see
Oh,
how happy
God.
this wand is.
Woo!
Oh, a 6. Dang.
Almost.
That's okay.
Spicy. It's a spicy too.
Did Greg roll?
I did not.
Oh, we have
Zorman.
one.
Let's go.
This makes sense with the Jade Lance. So what did I say? This
Yeah.
is a +3. This is a +3 to hit, +3 to damage. lance.
Holy
Oh
Wow, this
boy.
guy. You are
Oh
the
my
lance.
lord.
Ooh.
Oh my
Greg,
god.
no curses. Okay, so Nick stumbled onto this magical lance. So maybe
Fell out of the sky and hit him.
in that battle where all of your mercenary camp died, you saw this lance and you're like, I need this. Never
It's
since
like-
then, you've just wanted more.
It's like I was the last one standing, and this lance happened to just be there. Okay. Very cool. So it's +3, +3.
+3 to hit, +3 to damage.
Oops.
6.
It's not edit. That's rolling it.
Yeah, and then you can just operate whatever the best is at your proficiency. We'll say you've had time to buy really cool stuff. So.
Yeah. Okay. Man, I might change my mind on the second weapon. I might just keep the lance as a two-handed regular lance.
Because of the crit.
Is it okay if I think about that?
Yeah. Think about it and let me know before.
Okay.
Wednesday. Yeah,
Okay,
just let me know by
cool.
Tuesday. That's fine.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome, thanks. Oh.
Because that's one of the things that won't really affect my prep at all. So that's fine. That's good. Any other questions for stuff that we wear or stuff that we wield?
No.
Think so. My stuff's a little easier. I guess you could pick like between your equipment packs. Like a scholar
you can
pack
pick-
versus explorer, what have you.
Yeah, take if you want an adventurer pack, explorer pack, whatever packs are. I don't know them very well, but you can have all those.
Okay.
Whatever objects are inside those. We won't play with. So the limiting factor would not be food here. It would be air quality. So if there's anything that happens to create exhaustion mechanics, it's not going to be due to rations or hunger, because you guys aren't going to be here for that long. So ignore the rations and the food and the water on your character sheet. We won't play with that. I hate.
I think that's something we generally kind of do anyway. So we just kind of wave that away.
Yeah,
We
we're gonna
eat
wait
a
the
tofu
rations
block. We eat our Soylent Green every day, provided by Dewey.
It's true. In the campaign that Greg and I did, we never used the rations for food. The rations were only used to bait other animals away.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We never ate the rations. But yeah, we got that.
Cool. Yeah, Dean, I'll get to you about the Earth-related spells. Maybe we can have it. Like...
One Earth-related spell, and that'll be what you can cast. It'll be like a representation of the area. So if you want meld to stone or something like that.
Cool. I'll look at some of the fun ones.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was in Dungeon Master's Vault forever, and I was like, why do I have extra proficiencies that I shouldn't? And I just realized that it's because of my background.
Yeah.
So you can pick a background with it as well.
I picked the investigator naturally. That makes sense.
You get your background, you get a non-combat feat. You're good.
Yeah, I chose mercenary veteran for my background.
That's very well.
I think we're just gonna do charlatan. I get a bunch of good stuff for it.
Oh, I feel like that's so your the character that you're.
Right. Like, especially if he's wearing the mask, he'll be like, "Fuck it."
The Google definition for charlatan is very funny. A person practicing quackery or a similar confidence trick.
Quackery.
You're a quack.
You know.
Malpractice
Yeah,
medicine.
All right.
Fraud, waste, and abuse.
Fraud, waste, and abuse. Hey, it's a real.
That could be
it's
the
a real
name of
problem.
That could be the name of our detective agency. I guess.
Yeah, you guys can come up with a name. That could be
What,
the last thing that you do, and then we're out of content.
Where would we want to be based out of too? I know Bravenport is like the big town.
Well, the bigger towns are either Eden or Vey.
Oh.
Bravenport is just the biggest port town.
I think we in the main campaign we have not seen Eden at all yet. Maybe
I mean,
Like
also too, like
old
this takes
time
place
Eden?
like a long time
Way
before.
before.
yeah.
So like characters like that we know, like Roka, may not be around. You know.
Yeah, I won't be voicing any of Greg's characters. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know their motivations or anything like that. So.
It's
So
fair.
like, those characters are still alive, but Korvan isn't just gonna show up and start slapping us around.
It's the big bad of this one.
Korvan, yeah, the early years.
You were safe.
Alright, Korvan and Izzet drop down. You gotta fight them.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, Bravenport or Eden, Eve. Not Dan. Screw those guys. Bastards. We're the villains the whole time. We start the Church of Ethos.
Don't you dare.
Oh my god.
That would be a riot.
Well, Matt is an artificer.
It's
and it is
the
Church of
gnome. It was the
Technology.
It was
No.
the gnome.
The gnome started it all along.
That would be so great if your character was the one that started it, and
You were
your
the
character
ethos.
in Greg's is like the most
my
anti-ethos.
Most important gnome in history.
Don't
I
do that
love
to me.
that.
Don't do that to me. Because my arcane firearm is supposed to have like glyphs engraved into the side of it.
Oh, it could have the symbol of Ethos on there.
Oh no. We should probably do a Benny.
Ave. Ave is where the king is, right?
Yes. Well, was.
Was. Yeah, well, he's not born yet, so it's fine. We don't know.
It's true.
Yeah, we're in an interesting dynamic where there is a new king, but everybody calls them the prince. So, how much power do they have?
So let's be based out of Ave.
All right, what's the name of your agency?
Avengers.
The Avengers.
The Avengers.
I mean, Avengers works just fine.
The Avengers.
The Avengers.
The Investigator Avengers.
You can be the Avengers.
The meat curtain.
They
Not the
call
meat
them-
curtains.
That was the name of our
It's our traveling troupe.
This is the most important decision of the whole pre-campaign, I feel like.
This
I mean,
really
you can take
is.
some time on this one if you want to.
Yeah,
Take
maybe
some
we
time
could
to do that.
fool around some names.
But this concludes my session 0. We can hang out after this for however long you guys want.
Alright.
Answer the questions. But my content is done. Next week, we will visit the town of Whistlerock,
Alright.
a new detective agency with name to be determined, based out of Ave.
Why don't we call ourselves the
Everything
New
else.
Detective Agency? We'll be under NDA. It's like the Nintendo Direct or Nintendo DS. There's like the new DS
The name is just name.
name
You go
here.
through. Yeah.
The New Detective Agency.
I think it's funny in real life how a lot of the most successful like utilities companies are the ones that start with multiple instances of the letter A, like AAA or like
Yeah,
AA electricity.
ARP.
electronic-
first in the phone book.
ARP, yeah. Yep, trying to get that first listing.
Ah.
So Avengers is that. If you
Yeah.
wanted to go with that, or you can go with whatever.
It could also make sense. I don't know how you feel about this. It being related to Kevin and Matt's like characters, considering they're like the like founders of this agency.
Yeah,
Her background.
gnome and elf.
I will be right back. Give me 1 second.
Okay. It's like Procter and Gamble, but it's
Right.
gnome and elf.
Gnome Elf actually has good cadence to it.
Gnome and elf.
Gnome Elf Investigations. or
Gnome and elf
something like that.
investigators.
Gnome Elf.
Gnome and elf. That's actually
Makes for
kind of
good-
funny.
For good like commercial jingles.
Yeah, yeah. Cast your sending spell to gnome and elf. But it can't be like, PC Richard and son, because it's not like we're father and son. Although that would be kind of funny.
It's like
That is my son.
Like that was like a branding like a marketing thing where you were like, we'll just make it so and so and son. Like it's not even like your guys' names. It's
It's Smith and Son.
Yeah.
20 is Smith.
We're a family company.
He's an artificer. He's a smith.
Smith and Smith. Yeah, we can go. One will jump out to you guys when you're like taking a shower tomorrow. Be like,
Well, I did think of a name. Like I go through the Fire Emblem names. There was a name from Fire Emblem for a guy called Algol. I thought my guy would be Al.
Owl.
Algol.
Owl.
Al the investigator.
How do you spell that?
A-L.
Owl.
AL goal.
A-L
Your name is Owl. You're just like a Eric Hocker off-brand.
Maybe I'll find a more
All Henrys.
LV name.
L. L. E-L.
L. Elgol.
All of this music that I'm going to use was in the tabletop audio, which is sick because I don't have to upload it.
Nice. So it's all like straight from Roll20.
Yeah. There's so many of them. I found a guy who did like a Excel sheet list, like classifying them all for mood stuff. Like,
Oh, cool. So you don't just play like what you think is
Gloomy.
town music, and it's like, you know,
yeah.
Battlefield.
Well, he had columns for like town, bar, this. Yeah. It was
Very
good. It was a good Excel sheet.
This music here kind of reminds me of Divinity: Original Sin. It's got like that.
I never played Divinity 1. I did play Divinity 2 for a little bit. There was so much content there, though.
There's a lot, yeah. One is
10 to Thieves Tools?
what?
Greg has 10 to Thieves Tools.
Good, he's breaking in.
Wow. Yeah, he's the thief, all right, of all of us.
He's a thief.
I need that mage armor, lickety split.
You have -1 to strength? That's alright. Matt?
It's a 9.
No, it says your modifier is -1. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you put that into strength and you pumped your con. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm an old gnome, so I
You're
left
an
the
old
9.
gnome.
I left the 9 as is.
The elder gnome. I'm excited for this. It's gonna be good.
I am
Yeah,
too.
this is exciting.
It's really fun.
I built it in a way. I don't think you guys are gonna smoke every encounter, but if you do smoke every encounter, then that's fun too. And then there's still part of it that you won't be able to smoke.
Alright.
So,
Getting all these clutch proficiencies here. Arcana.
I like the
history,
draft.
insight, investigation, perception. Good ones. Got 5.
I'm glad we did the stat draft because Craig's character would be crazy if it wasn't. 7, 14, 14, 8, 15, 12.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. If we ever do a one shot, I'm taking all the load.
Oh, that's like right, like that's
Slow
the role play,
That's
right?
the meme play. I want to be the meme.
Oh man, do I need to put all my spells in this sheet?
No, you don't have to.
Okay, good.
Just write down what you have. You don't need to click them. You can just tell me what they do.
Cool.
I'm not gonna like. I trust you guys to know your spells and your abilities. So if you tell me that's how something works, I'm not gonna care too much.
Yeah, that might be something that, because, well, I don't know, Matt. You're like the outlier for me because I don't really understand what an artificer does. In terms of spells.
Okay, so I have my own spell list, which unfortunately I accidentally unplugged my laptop, so it's all closed on me.
Oh no.
The spells themselves are fairly straightforward. There's some attack spells, there's some healing spells.
Okay. But it's not like,
it's
you know,
not-
like counter spell or something like that, right?
No,
Okay.
nothing like that.
Alright.
It's mainly to get these like magical items and to also make this. Greg was right. I can make this little doodad that can walk around the battlefield and shoot fireballs and shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like having a doodad.
The Metal Mario.
Pretty much, yes.
I shied away from any like summoning sort of spells.
Yeah, I don't like.
I know,
those either.
yeah, like Greg, you and I have had that conversation about summoning stuff, and it's like
Mhm.
annoying.
Well-
You gotta make a token, you gotta keep track of it, and then it's like,
It just slows everything down.
I think having one thing is okay. It's just it gets to the point where if you summon something, I agree that it doubles your playtime and everybody else has to wait for you to do an action for you and your token, which is slow sometimes, slow gameplay. I really only have a problem with that stuff if it's like I summon 6
Sure.
badgers, because at that point you're like demanding half the playtime, which is not super fun.
I may have done that once. Greg, what did I do? What did I do? Do you
Did
remember?
you do four horses or something like that?
well, I
Oh.
summoned 8 war horses once.
Oh yeah.
I stomped
Oh,
Cody's
yeah.
guy to
Something
dirt.
absurd.
I think you did the same thing, Matt.
I think I can't remember what it was, but it was between 4 and 6 of something really annoying.
Didn't you do like the Fae
they-
things and then they polymorphed?
Yeah, I did phase, who then poly.
Polymorphed into like raptors or T-Rexes or something. They ripped
That's
apart
wild.
like a tent. That was Cody land.
Yep.
That was fun. Cody would just, yeah, you could tell Cody did anything and he'd be like, that sounds cool. Yeah. Be like, wait, what if they were T-Rexes with like hats on?
Hell yeah.
Sure.
It's not. Propeller hats, they can fly too.
That'd be cool. Raptorsaurus. Greg, were there any like funky spells that you were gonna take that I should think about too?
Ooh. Yes.
I figured locate creature would be a good spell, considering
Oh.
I'm a detective.
I get disguise self and rope trick from Bloomstalker.
Rope trick?
Yo, rope trick is so cool.
So I'm doing that. I got cure wounds in case somebody goes down.
All right.
Hunter's mark. I've got locate object. Pass without trace. And then I'm also taking spike growth.
Spike growth. What is that?
Yeah. Spike growth. I think
Is that a level 2 spell?
it is.
I don't have access to spike growth.
20-foot radius. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Oh, cool. The Marlboro.
And the transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's
So you're
6
like the
range.
ultimate trapper.
Yeah. So if I'm running away from somebody, I can put a spike growth in between us.
That is
And
cool.
they're taking a lot of damage.
Very nice. Matt, just so
Yes,
we
sir.
can get this out of the way, let's negotiate this, because the shoes being loud
Uh-huh.
is not enough to say you're gonna have disadvantage on stealth checks. So
Okay.
in my head, I think it should just be they're loud, so you get -2 to stealth. Do you think that's fair to stealth checks?
I mean, I was okay with disadvantage on stealth checks, I think.
Do you want disadvantage on stealth checks?
I
Does
mean,
he want or is he okay with?
Yeah,
Greg
I
has-
don't necessarily want
the
it.
trace.
I'll take him.
Like, okay, that's fair.
No. Okay, I was gonna do
If he doesn't want it, I'll
disadvantage,
take
but I thought that was harsh. If you don't think that's harsh, it's disadvantage on the shoes.
No, because what's my? I don't have good stealth anyway, so I don't think this character is going to be one that's like sneak. Yeah, I got +2 on stealth, so don't worry about it.
Okay, disadvantage on the stealth check. I mean, Greg's gonna have, if Greg pumps up pass without a trace and you have the +2, you're getting +12 to your stealth checks. So you'd have to throw like a 3 or 1, 2, or 3 to fail if all the spells are on you.
I think I might
Okay.
be okay with that.
Okay, well that's a sizable thing. I thought that was gonna be harsh, so I was gonna give you the -2 stealth to offset the +2 initiative, because that's pretty good. Or is it-
Rolling 25 stealth helps. That's cool.
Yeah, your thieves tool you can roll a 30 or so.
Hmm.
It's pretty bonkers. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Making someone invisible is cool. None of us can fly, right?
No.
I got us covered.
Is that what you think?
Wah. There may not be that many instances. I feel like Shatter will be more useful in a mine than
That
flying.
could cave us in.
Or it could cave us out.
What you do?
Shatter machine. I want to take every level 4 spell. It's the problem.
Boom, boom.
Faithful Hound.
What's the range on a? Cool.
Is something like sending useful for this?
Probably.
You can roll a D100, not 100. You all get sending stones.
The 100, you say?
Yeah, just you. One roll. A D100, you all
Let's
get
do it.
sending stones.
That was close.
Ooh.
You get very nice looking stones.
I'll take that.
Ooh, shiny rocks.
Yeah.
Alarm is a good spell.
Alarm is a good spell.
I want to take Find Familiar, but I really kind of don't. Is that an annoying thing to have as a DM?
Find familiar?
Yeah, having like a little.
No. Let me look it up. It is
It's just a lot of
annoying
text
because
and it
it's the
turns me
same as
off.
a summon. There is one thing about familiars that interests me, which is in earlier editions, if the familiar died, there's a chance that you die too,
Oh, I don't. Oh no.
because you're linked to it. Familiar can't attack, but it can take other actions as normal, which most of the time ends up being a help action to give you advantage on something. You can see through Familiar's eyes and what it hears. During this time, you are deaf and blind. Action, you can dismiss your Familiar. You can't have more than one Familiar at a time.
Like you guys know
cast
the little
spell.
octopus that I got for Ashley?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool if he was my little familiar and he flopped around.
Oh,
that'd
that
be
would be cute. Yeah.
When you cast a spell with a range of touch, your familiar can deliver the spell as if it had this cast the spell. Familiar must be within 100 feet of you.
It takes me an hour to cast this guy? What?
Ritual cast, though.
Like
You would do it in the
ritual cast.
mornings. You'd have them in the day.
Then it's like free, right? I don't waste the spell slot.
Right. I think these things are relatively easy to bop, right?
Yeah, they have like 1d4 health or whatever. I don't know where
Yeah.
it says where you roll its health.
Well, it would be the whatever thing you turn it into. Whether it's
Oh.
the octopus, poisonous snake, lizard, weasel, spider, whatever.
Poisonous snakes.
Rat, raven, owl.
Not venomous.
Owls have flybys,
Oh.
so I think they're the best.
Yeah, but I don't want the best. I want something cute.
You can look into that. You can have it. I'm gonna say if I bop it and it dies, let's just say you get one summon per day instead of like one per hour. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So you can get one summon a day. If it
I mean,
gets
how many
bopped,
times am I
it's
going to be
fine.
able to sit and ritual cast without,
Yeah, not a lot. Well, I think you can cast it. No, oh no, it is ritual. It's just ritual. Crazy.
But it needs water, doesn't it, if it's an octopus?
10 GP worth of charcoal, incense, herbs that must be consumed by fire in a brass brazier. You're saying octopus? While out of the water, the octopus can hold its breath for 30 minutes. You can carry
that's
around
not
some water.
It's not long enough.
I mean, it can be like a fey octopus. I don't care. That's fine.
Okay.
It can float through the air like jellyfish. Familiar just suffocates and dies.
That's terrible. Existence is pain.
So I have a question for you.
Answer.
So that feat that I took,
Yeah, which one?
the Wonder Maker, that
The
gave
Wonder-
me double proficiency on certain tools for historical checks and stuff.
Yes.
My class also gives me double proficiency for any ability check that uses my proficiency with the tool. So just so I'm keeping track, what do I got? Great,
Okay.
yes.
Let's say this again slowly.
Plus 12.
I have no trouble with it stacking. I don't think there is a thing higher than expertise, though, right? I have no problem with it stacking for here. All of it. If you want to have a plus 12. If you want to have one thing that you do really well because you've invested skills in it, I think that should be rewarded. So.
Because you're so old.
Hey.
I'm not. Can this be gamed for attack rolls? That's my only concern.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Yeah, if it can't be gamed for attack rolls, then that's fine with me.
It's ability checks.
Yeah, ability checks are fine. It's just I don't want to be like he gets plus 12 bonus on top of his attack. That would be a little berserk. That'd be insane.
I think this is
And it's ability checks, not ability saving throws, right?
pretty
Not
specific
saving throws.
to Slick here.
Yes, checks.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
This is
Kevin.
the haste spell. What's up?
If you have a familiar, I can use beast sense. See the beast's eyes and see through the beast's eyes and hear what he hears.
So you could hear through my octopus?
And
That's
So
cool.
Kevin does that too. He can do that
Yes,
too.
so-
with
Yeah, I
the-
could do that also with him.
What would happen if you were both inside the familiars?
I take the left ear, you
We
take
would-
the right ear.
we would fight inside him.
Because in my head, you're the one guiding it when you're like that. So would you guys like struggle to both control it? That'd be funny.
I'm not controlling it. I just see what it
You
sees
just
and
look
hears
at
what
it.
it hears.
Okay, okay.
It's like that meme. There are two wolves inside you.
Slick, the what's it called? The spell there, it's a level 3 spell called Haste, which does some pretty awesome things for any melee character, I think.
Oh, this is one of your spells? Sorry.
Yeah, what I just put in the Roll20 Chatola.
Sorry, I was trying to... I thought of a way to, like, really do something stupidly, like, kind of good, I feel like. Choose a willing creature that you... Oh my lord. That would be insane for me.
Get an
What?
extra action.
Because he would get an extra multi-attack.
Yeah. Or, hear me out.
Wait, what are you
can
talking
take
about?
the
Action
you can
phase
take the
right now?
dash action a bunch and then just go into like, oh, if we end up in a horse
Go
race
halfway across the earth. Like,
in one turn, you'd move like 300 feet.
well, it's funny. I was thinking of like for like a really funny thing for like my second feat, my non-combat feat being what was it? It was something that like gives you like 10 extra feet
Oh,
of
mobile?
movement. Yeah,
mobile,
that.
Yeah. It's funny when, like, I can't help but think, like, when you're saying feet, like, I can't help but think of making, like, a foot joke, because you're a horse guy that has 4 feet. It's like, you get 10 more feet?
I've already got 2 extra
Centipede,
ones.
yeah. 14-footed man.
Tell me what you think of this. I have so the first feat that I was thinking of taking is Inspiring Leader, which
Yes.
I spend 10 minutes and I can choose 6 friendly creatures, including myself, to gain temporary hit points equal to my level plus my charisma modifier. So I think that would be 10. And then I could do Aid, which then also I can choose up to 3 creatures within range, and those 3 creatures' hit point maximum increases by 5, and they get 5 extra hit points.
All right.
And that lasts for 8 hours. And then I also was thinking of taking the the Oath of Glory for my Paladin Oath.
What does that do?
It lets me, I get two channel divinity things. One is the one I'm looking at is Inspiring Smite, which when I deal damage using Divine Smite, I can use the channel divinity to increase my total number of temporary hit points to 2d8 plus my level in like the Paladin class. So that would be 2d8 plus 5. So like I could just give
Does that have a whole
us
other pool of health?
a ton of health.
That's cool.
Just
Like,
know
but-
that temporary hit points don't stack.
Oh, you can't stack them?
Okay.
So
You
if
know what?
run out-
Because you said
Okay,
all
that's
those things,
fine.
Slick, I feel like that's why they don't stack.
Yeah. I was like, huh.
What if I
can
cast
just,
Armor
like,
of Agathis?
give us all 100 hit points.
Yeah. Alright, so I just had a wild thought. What if instead of a paladin, you were a druid centaur? And you wild shape from a centaur into a warhorse?
Into a horse.
Would you just like I'm picturing the Animorphs cover? Where it's like
But just like
It's
the
just
human
the-
part becomes a horse's head.
horse.
Oh, the same, but only the nays will change.
Or it's like I keep my centaur horse body, and then like the human part becomes like the front half of a horse. So it's almost like the centaur tar, but it's more like a half tar.
Yes, you're Giratina.
It's like I have 6 horse legs.
Oh no, that doesn't. Oh yeah, that does work.
It's good to know that the temp hit points don't stack. Because I was like, maybe I can, maybe I can figure out a way to give more temp hit points out.
There you go. In Discord, you'd be Giratina.
More.
That would
Have you-
literally be me.
Dick, have you ever seen a cartoon called Centaur World? It's like all centaurs.
No.
Yeah. It's not a bad show. It's like a bit so random, like a little so random, but it's got a decent story. The gimmick is everything is a centaur, including the centaur.
Well, and they look like they're like different.
Yeah, they're different animals, like a zebra tar or whatever. The main character is a horse, so I get a lot of vibes from this.
My
This is
brain
like a
is thinking
Netflix
of
show.
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
It's like BoJack Horseman, except like the opposite body parts.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It's also a musical, which is kind of strange. There's some good tracks.
Oh, interesting.
Half kids show, half adult cartoon.
Yeah.
Do I really need Toll the Dead? I guess I need something.
I gave my character proficiency in, I feel like, the one skill that never gets checked, which is animal handling.
Makes sense.
So many
We'll
animal
find a way.
handling rolls.
It's true. I think we have at least one animal handling check per session with Greg.
That's true.
It's like Steve Irwin's running the gig.
Animal handling is a must. It's important. There are
I feel like
animals
it-
all around us.
Yeah. And I feel like it makes sense considering, like, my character is
Yeah.
a horse man.
A wild animal.
I'm excited to see, because I'm glad that we sort of diversified the party really
Yeah,
well
we all have
just
some
by.
roles.
Yeah.
I want to create a bonfire.
Oh, it's easily one of the best cantrips ever.
Dean bonfires might work differently than Greg ones. I haven't looked into it. Who knows?
I love that. Like, you cast the spell, create bonfire, and it can appear 60 feet away from you. Like, what a wild thought. Like, just 60 feet away, this bonfire, like, thin air.
Yeah, and it's not just like, oh, a fire. It's like literally like a made bonfire, like with like
Yeah.
logs and.
Summon log, yeah.
Summon
That's a
log
good call.
fire.
Oh,
Summon log.
I have all the bonfire related things. I got create bonfire, I have prestidigitation. So I could snuff out the fire and then warm it for an hour. So it's a fake bonfire, like the digital bonfire things. We'd have like a like the Yule log on TV.
Yule log.
We could have a Yule log. Create the bonfire, snuff it out, then warm it.
Constant Yule log. I was looking up a spell the other day. I don't remember what it was actually, but it was a orb of. Oh, it was an item. It was an orb of daylight or something like that follows you around behind 60 feet and just produces daylight, like a tether to you, which is interesting. I don't remember what it was though.
Sounds cool. Sounds handy. And it's an item, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's an item. It's like the daylight spell. Do, do. So who we got for dark vision?
E.
I think I can dark vision.
I think so.
I don't.
Okay, you're gonna need a torch.
Just light the lance on. Put a bonfire at the end of the lance.
If everybody else has dark vision, we can say Matt can make you some night vision goggles or something like that. You can just have. I don't want to do torch stuff for just one player.
I feel like there's got to be something that a
So-
paladin, well, their spells, I guess.
Can elves see in the dark?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Force ballista. These are all bonus action things after it's made, right?
Eldritch cannon.
Now, how does this work in combat? Because you have 3 things made. And if these are all bonus actions, what is your action normally?
So my action is creating one of these things, and I can only have one.
You can only have one, and this is separate from the 3 things that you're able to create for the day, or 3 things to have active.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Those 3 things that you're thinking of don't really do anything in combat.
Okay.
Lexi's very thinking forward of it.
But his action is to create this, and then his bonus action is to shoot it. And
Which I don't think
then
you can do in the same turn.
he should be able to because it's not a spell,
Oh.
right?
Let's see.
It's not like a spell where
For each of
you
your
know,
turns,
like,
you can take a bonus action to post again. Yeah, so you can make it and shoot it in the same turn.
yeah,
That's awesome.
it's just he's an Animal Crossing character, just out
Yes,
there
essentially.
effectively.
Yeah, like he works so quick to just create this thing.
So it can't do all 3 of those things. I need to pick one when I make it.
Okay.
So it's a good thing that we're
Um,
going into a mine, because this thing is pretty cool.
What thing? Oh, Umbral Spirit.
That's
On
so-
both sides.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
awesome.
At evading creatures that rely on dark vision. Evading.
Wow.
Does that mean sneaking around them or dodging their attacks?
Sneaking around them.
Sneaking around them.
I'm invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you in that darkness. So I guess if they are trying to attack me, that's a disadvantage. If they're using dark vision to see me.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's go look at these things. Bum, bum. This is a pretty good bonus for you so far.
Man, telekinesis. I feel like I'm gonna have
That's
some fun
that's
with.
incredible. That's incredible in mines. Do 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 do. And that's just you?
It's me.
That's just you. Okay.
I mean, that's good because you can kind of like sneak up on like guys in the event that there's, you know, a big lumbering horse that can.
That will most likely be heard and noticed. That's interesting because then it's where do you want? Because if you put him in front, he might see these things before you. But if he sneaks past them and he doesn't see them, you guys could get caught, or he's on the other side of you.
It's an
'Cause they would-
interesting, yeah.
Monsters would notice you, but they wouldn't notice Greg.
For feats, I was thinking keen mind. That'd be handy for an investigator to
memorization?
have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I always know which way. Is that a non-combat feat?
Keen mind, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought keen mind was you remember like the events very well.
Yeah, you can accurately recall anything you've seen or heard within the past month. You always
Yes,
know the number of
the
hours
DM
left.
hack.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
You always know the
Yeah,
number of
that's
hours
good.
left before sunrise or sunset, and I always know which way is north.
That's good.
Pretty handy in a cave.
And your int score goes up by 1.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that can be your non-combat.
Cool. I was gonna take resilient also, so Matt, if you want to focus on Greg with the Constitution save stuff, I got myself covered.
Oh.
And then telekinetics, so I could blow shit up with my mind.
Mine.
And also so that I can investigate things with my mind in front of me, like lift up this is the killer's weapon. Have the mage hand pick it up with a cloth and then like pick up the thing.
Great.
Very happy with my character.
They're good characters. I like the synergy. I think they work well together.
I think the telekinesis thing will be handy for pushing people off of Slick. As a bonus action, I could shove a guy 5 feet away.
Oh, that's
Pretty good.
Yeah.
super helpful for like the fact that my lance is very weird.
Yeah. Kinda
I'm
keeps them
excited
off
to
your tail.
see. Yeah, I'm excited to see some other wizard things because in the 2 campaigns, like Cody's and Greg's, I don't think we had
We didn't have a wizard.
wizard at all,
Yeah, I always.
or an artificer for that.
Yeah.
But
We have those all the time.
We had
I feel like
George.
I become like in every one shot I play the wizard.
Yeah,
I
pretty
should
much.
just play it normally.
Oh, wonderful whiz.
Nobody beats
Spells
the
are
whiz.
hard. Like,
Wizards?
I know memorizing spells and spell lists, that's hard. And like preparing your spells for the day, that's tough.
I think the thing that I try to like, so like the instant, like the use case I just had, those are the things that I think of the spell more than like what it does, you know? Where it's like, alright, I need to shove a guy. Like, let's do that. I do need to prepare spells
Yeah,
as a
I-
wizard, don't I?
Yeah, well, clerics do, I know for sure. I think wizards do too, don't they?
I don't know about that.
Wizards,
you-
sorcerers don't. Clerics prepare spells but don't learn spells. Wizards have to learn spells, but you will have learned all your stuff. If this was a campaign, you would have to like make rolls to learn spells too. I think.
I think
Or
you
maybe,
need to.
maybe that's just older.
Yeah, you need to spend money to like transcribe scrolls.
Ah. Do, do, do.
Yeah, Wizard Tables shows you how many spell slots you have to cast your spells. Equal to
How many
your
slots do you
intelligence.
have? How many spells do you have a day at level 8?
It says you
12-ish?
prepare the list of wizard spells. Choose a number of wizard spells from your spellbook equal to your intelligence modifier plus your wizard level. So yeah, for me 12. That makes sense.
Well, spells is a good amount.
But I think I can only do a certain amount for level 1, 2, 3, and 4.
You get 2 level 4 spells.
That's handy. think. Banishment.
Banishment's a good spell.
I might keep Ice Storm on instead of Locate Creature.
Storm is very good.
See, now I want to keep all my level 3 spells. Is Tiny Head a ritual spell?
Yes.
It is?
Tiny Head?
Do I need to have it prepared in order to cast it then as a ritual?
Do wizards have domain?
No, I have a spell book.
I think you would have to prepare
I have
it.
to have it prepared. Oh wait, you can cast a wizard spell as a ritual if that spell is the ritual tag and you have the spell in your spell book. You don't have to have the spell prepared.
Oh! Okay, that's incorrect. That's good.
That's great.
So you have
I can make a
access
tiny
to
hut.
all your ritual spells
That's great.
all the time.
Let me cast Shatter at ritual speed.
Shatter the door. Ah.
I feel like, in general, we have a lot of good potential for like out of combat roleplay stuff too. Like, I really like the idea of your character, Greg.
Everyone is going to have a good time with this. Just to try something new.
Mm-hmm.
Get the creative juices reflowing. I'm looking forward to this. It's fun. I have all my voices set. This is good.
Doing this character editor here in Roll20, is there spells preloaded into this, or do I need to copy and paste every spell I'm doing?
So if you click into the eye, Matt, and then type in the spell that you want. So like,
Yes.
what spell do you want?
Thunderwave. I keep clicking it. It keeps showing up.
So if you
I think you
type
can
in
drag
Thunderwave,
them.
you see
I
the
didn't
arrow.
know there's a download button. I didn't know
Yeah.
about this.
What?
I typed them all in.
Where is it?
So in the eye, you type in Thunderwave, and then you see how it says Thunderwave.
No.
Do you see the eye in the top right next to the gear, the 3 lines of the music symbol? Left
Hold
of
up.
that?
So I'm in. No.
In the
Next to-
top right, there's a panel above the chat wheel.
Oh, there it is. I was looking like in the character sheet. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, no, no.
All right.
No.
Got it.
So go into that. Type in Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
Then
Got
it
it.
says spells Thunderwave.
Yeah.
If you hover over Thunderwave, you'll see a down arrow next to
Yes.
it. With that, then you can drag and drop that yellow shit into your spell list.
So hold on then.
You'd have your character sheet open and then just drag drop that into your character sheet.
Holy
That's a
moly.
game changer.
Yeah, and you can do
For
that
me.
with weapons too, and things.
Holy moly.
All this time. When did you figure this out, Craig?
When I was
As a
it the
wee
Vrock?
lad.
I think it was right before the Vrock, so it might have been the marble fight that I realized you could do that.
I thought this was a paid thing.
It only works with some spells because some of them are in different books.
Yeah, it'll be just Player's Handbook, probably, right?
Yeah.
Shatter.
Oh, that's incredible.
Alright, so knowing Detect Magic is pretty handy.
Detect Magic Detectives.
I think that's one that I'm gonna have prepared.
Detect Magic?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I feel like that's one of those concentration ones that I won't have to worry about like overlapping with rage.
Okay, maybe I won't know that one then.
Unless you want to know.
I
it,
could
and
do it as a
can just-
ritual and then it doesn't burn a spell slot. We just gotta wait a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know though. Is that like, is that stealing, or is that like freeing up another like super dope one for you?
That frees up for me because it's interesting. Like I'm trying to, like, if it's a concentration spell, because I imagine I will want to take advantage of
Or
the fact that my
distraction.
character can rage. So like any spell that I don't have to concentrate on is, and if you have a spell that I would have to concentrate on and I can cast it, then yeah, I'm cool
cool.
with you.
Yeah, like I feel like the stuff that you want to have is
Following
like,
benefits. Ignore the quality of your cross.
I don't know, like
Being within 5
if you
feet
could have Armor
doesn't
of
impose
Agathis, that'd be super
disadvantage. You can
cool,
shoot these
but
guys
I don't
at
think you
point-blank
can.
range.
Mm-mm.
Which is good because you're in a small, cramped space. I see you've put some thought into this. Bonus action to attack with a hand crossbow that you're holding.
And a
See what
hand
you got
crossbow
going on.
is a
Slick. Maybe
one-handed
we
weapon.
can synergize here.
Are you double wielding hand crossbows, or do you have
No,
one
I-
weapon, one crossbow?
Boop, 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 boop. That's what I'm doing. A crossbow.
I don't know what that means.
Pretty much using it as a revolver.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wait, I can't hear you. Are people still talking?
Yes.
Not to you. He couldn't hear me, so that was.
Hello.
Blue.
Dean. Dean.
Oh no.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh.
They die.
Hello.
Oh, I'm dumb. Okay.
Hello.
Great. Hey. Did I miss anything important?
I think it was just, yes, we can hear you. Oh wait, you can't hear us.
Oh, okay.
And then we talked a whole bunch of smack about you, and that was really it.
You lose your magical weapon.
No,
Smite it.
not my cool lance.
This power, it's back.
Oh man, yo, aid sounds really cool.
Temporary hit points.
Yeah.
8 is good, especially if you upcast it. But then again, you can't stack temporary hit points. So.
Well,
But
I
still,
don't
that's
think
cool,
they
though.
count as temp hit points, do
Eight-
they?
8, if it's the cleric gate spell, yeah, it does.
Oh.
Yeah, that's weirded. That's weirded word. That's worded weird.
Weirded wordly. Sometimes I prepare it because if all 3 of you go down, I know I can bring you all up with 1 8 spell and give you 1 hit
It's
points.
handy.
Interesting.
Gentle repose. What the heck is that do?
It keeps your body from decaying. So if you gentle repose somebody when they die, within a minute you can revivify them whenever.
Ah,
So they're not decay. Also prevents them from being like raised dead
oh, okay.
if it's longer than a minute.
Good if you're fighting like a necromancer.
Yeah. And your friend dies and you don't want your friend to be raised. Can you guys move the wagon token?
Yes.
Yes.
It's cool. That's the party token.
Hmm.
Aw, already over here. Slick, what about warding bond?
I don't think I
You
have.
have access to all the cleric spells. Warding bond is scary because you'll take double damage.
Oh, is that
essentially,
true?
'cause if a fireball hits you and the
Oh.
warded guy takes it twice.
Oh, that's not as good as I thought.
It's good. It's just you have to plan around it because if an AoE spell hits you, you're boned.
So, I had really wanted to be taking. I get 2 cantrips, and I was really hoping to do some flavor stuff for both of them, but it's looking a little too good to be able to use Firebolt. and then it would be 2d10 plus 1d8
Ooh.
damage. I think I need to take it.
Yeah, that's a good cantrip.
That was a good cantrip.
Just constant firebolts.
Figure it away.
Yeah, I
He's the fire
snagged a message. Figure that's handy. Could create a
His
bonfire.
message.
Good.
Yeah, this is just good. You don't need sending. Sending is a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, I have it. We're really only gonna be talking to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking now to cheat anything I can with it being a ritual tag spell.
Does casting guiding bolt count as concentration? It says
No.
okay, cool. This one's very cool.
Actually, does it? That's a good point. Hold on.
Yeah, what's the question
Guiding
again?
bolt?
Guiding bolt, does that count it? Like, is that concentration? Because here it says
I don't think so.
casting time is 1 action and the duration is 1 round.
Yeah, because
I don't think it's concentration. It's just
the
a
next-
lingering effect, I thought.
Yeah, the next attack roll made against this target has advantage.
Yep.
for-
These
for
are all
the
my
whole
spells.
round.
Yeah, that's not concentration. I think you might be thinking of Witch's Bolt. Witch's Bolt is concentration.
Okay.
Can a paladin learn that? I thought that was a cleric thing.
That's an Oath of Glory thing.
I have that spell.
Cool. Oh, so you just like get that then?
Yeah,
Cleric and Paladin have a lot of overlap in spells.
Oh,
yeah.
sweet.
I noticed that with the different oaths, if I try to like uncheck them for like prepared, it's just always prepared.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
So you can like always do
You
it.
you have certain spells from your oath or your domain or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Like
handy.
cure wounds. Oh no, not cure wounds. Heroism is also one,
Oath of Glory.
but that's
Think-
also concentration.
I think life clerics always have cure wounds because their domain they prepare it. It's already good.
Can I get a
Okay.
DM ruling over here?
Yeah.
Heat metal.
Yeah.
So bonus action to make it take damage again, right? So that would be 2d8. But does my bonus d8 from my arcane firearm apply to that as well? Since I used it to cast.
Is used an arcane firearm to cast heat metal.
What?
I have to look up arcane firearm.
What if my familiar is holding it and then I cast create bonfire through it? Now I'm like looking at everybody else's spells. I want to see all the cool stuff you guys are doing.
I have not finished putting mine in yet, but
Adds 1d8 to the damage of your artificer spells. Arcane firearm revised.
what's revised?
Arcane firearm does apply to any artificer spell that does damage. Cast with that focus, not just cantrips. I think I would say yes, because it's the damage that's done.
Well, that's fantastic.
Because the theoret like roleplay wise, it would be you're firing a super powered heat metal. So we could say it's like twice the heat of a normal heat metal spell. And it does
Yeah,
twice
yeah.
the damage. Yeah, that makes sense.
Heat metal.
That's cool.
'Cause it makes sense that you would be able to heat metal because it wouldn't take it wouldn't take much to boil somebody.
Right.
But then you could just sear them. Be done. Sorry, Greg, I had asked you this, but I couldn't hear your response. Do you double wield? range or hand crossbows?
No, it's just one.
Just one.
Yeah,
But you get multiple attacks per round?
because technically a hand crossbow is a one-handed weapon.
Oh.
And since I ignore the loading quality, I can just keep on shooting.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
That's
So what are the
that's so
memes?
cool.
There's crossbow expert. The meme one with that is sharpshooter. Have you
Yeah,
looked into
I'm
that?
I'm not gonna do sharpshooter. I feel like that's too much.
Okay.
Especially because
Okay.
I get sneak attack and hunter's mark. I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather not worry about it.
I feel you. I feel you.
Quick question for anybody that knows, just because I'm not familiar. Like, how do spell slots work for like a paladin? Do the levels matter?
They all kind of work the same. Warlock is the different one because they get their spell slots back at a short rest, while everyone else is a long rest.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we've been
So-
doing stuff like warlocks for a long time. Like like if you cast Armor of Agathis and you're level 8, it's just a 4th level spell. Everything gets
Okay.
upcast, but not for paladins. Like you have a certain amount of spell slots, I think, Slick.
Yeah. So a 4th level spell slot can cast a 4th level or a 3rd level upcast or a 2nd level upcast or a 1st level. It doesn't even need to be upcast. You can cast a lower quality spell with a 4th level, but you can't cast a 4th level with 4 1st level spell slots or something like that.
Gotcha. So I have 4 first level spell slots and 2 second level spell slots. So I could cast 4 first level spells and then 2 second level spells. Either second level spells or level 1 spells cast at second level.
Right. So you could do with that many slots, you could cast 6 level 1 spell slots total, and 2 of them could be upcasts if they have that
Okay.
option.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Paladins can't ritual cast, right?
Paladins can ritual cast.
They can.
Yeah.
So that's handy to. look at,
Everybody
but
can ritual cast, I think.
I don't think rangers can.
Rangers can?
Upcast?
Surely the new Rangers can.
What was the question?
Can rangers ritual cast?
I don't believe I have any ritual spells.
That's one way to,
They'll
to
do
say
it.
no.
There are 4 classes that can cast ritual spells: bards, clerics, druids, artificers, and wizards. That's 5,
Bards? Wait,
and not paladins. I don't know. I'm looking at some googly stuff here.
well, they already screwed up their number. Can Paladins ritual cast?
I feel like none of my
You can cast
spells-
any ritual that has the ritual tag. So Bard spell. Paladins do not have this selection in their spellcasting text.
Oh.
Oh. I don't really care about it for this one. If it has a ritual tag, it's fine for me. But
Cool.
rules as written. Okay.
Oh, I have to set up 4 different macros for
Wait up.
different attacks.
Dean's got it.
I got it. Do you want me to do it now?
No, it's gonna be easier if I do it. This is
Wait, is it in your thing right now?
doing it right now.
Okay, I don't want to screw you up, but if it's on your character sheet, we can turn it into a macro. You're saying it's not on your character sheet?
No, it's on my character sheet. I'm making the macros, but depending on
Yeah.
situations, that's what I'm doing. Oh shit.
Do you mind if I try to use the macro generator? I don't know if it's going to save you time, but it might. I don't want you to have to do it
No,
if
hold
it's
on.
not going to save you time.
Hold on. I think something got messed up. I'm gonna have to make it. Okay. Yeah, it got messed up. Okay, I got it.
drop, man. Drag and drop.
Oh, let me do. Kevin, I'm jumping into your thing real quick
Sure.
to steal the initiative formula. So I can put it on Matt's character sheet. I'm jumping in, Matt.
I'm still adding spells, so go for it.
I am
Initiative.
too now, but I don't know. This is fine.
And you have +2 to. Oh, it's gonna factor in your character sheet before it does this modifier. Perfect. Okay. All of your initiative macros are done, at least.
And Mage Armor. Power word kill.
Our word kill.
No, I can't learn that. Yeah, things like Toll the Dead aren't popping up on here for me. I wonder if that's like a Xanathar thing.
They're in a different book.
Darn. So,
Pull the Dead is a weird one because it's 2d8 if they're, or no, it's 1d8 if they're damaged. I guess it's 2d8 probably. 2d12 if you are damaged.
yeah,
2d8 if you're
it's very odd.
odd.
And locate creature would have been cool if it was a ritual spell. It's also level 4. I don't think there are any level 4 ritual spells.
Yeah. Are there?
Nothing that's a wizard spell.
I have so many ritual spells. As the cleric. Rituals. Water Walk is a level 3 ritual. That one is amazing.
That's cool. I might try to squeak that in.
Oh, fourth level divination is.
Divination.
Divination is.
This is a problem. I don't think I'm going to be able to take haste.
Ah,
Wow.
Unless I
Highest-
ditch,
okay.
unless I ditch counterspell, fireball, or slow. But I feel like those are 3 that I must have.
Those are very good. I wouldn't ditch those.
Okay. But I will prepare water walk, or I'll have water walk. Is water walking a level 3?
Water Walk is level 3 ritual.
I only see water breathing on here. Yeah, I can't learn water walking.
Unfortunate. There is a river.
Unless it's called, like, walk on water, and I'm not seeing it.
I think it's just. Maybe. It's called Water Walk.
Yeah, wizards can't learn it.
Interesting.
Let's go with water breathing.
The highest level ritual spell is 7th level Forbiddance.
It's- Oh, I can't learn that either.
Yeah, it's level 7.
Well, I mean, as a wizard.
Crazy. You create a ward against magical travel that protects up to 40,000 square feet of floor space.
Oh, wow. How long does it
So
last?
nobody can teleport on you. Nobody can teleport in your house. Lasts. If you cast Forbiddance every day for 30 days, the spell lasts until it's dispelled.
Oh, that's cool. That makes me
It's
think
like
of
it
Private
becomes
Sanctum.
permanent.
Yeah. Like if you cast
Okay.
Private Sanctum in the same place every day for a year, I think it's permanent.
Okay, don't mind me.
Mind me.
You know, I really hope that we get the chance to do a wedding ceremony again.
Oh goodness, yes. Kevin's editable.
Marry people.
Alright,
It's actually
gang.
fun because you're incentivized to make your allies marry each other, which is kind of dope. Offering to battle. +2 AC.
Right, like right before they go into like
We need this.
some crazy battle
Quick,
to get
tie the
married.
knot.
Now the question
well,
is, can you do that multiple times? Is there a ceremony for divorce?
No. Divorce Eden is
They get -2 AC for the next battle.
-2. They hate each other within 30 feet of each other. They give each other dirty looks. They're emotionally vulnerable as well as physically.
Goodness. I think I'm gonna turn in, gang.
Same.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fair.
gonna work
Yeah.
on the rest of this.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
have any questions, hit me up on Discord. Have fun thinking about your detective agency name if any ideas spring up.
Alright.
Kevin, get back to me on what earthen type spell you want to do,
Yeah,
natural
I'm
spell.
thinking Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll chat. That's my thought. But yeah, I'm
Alright.
gonna dip on out. I have a lot to work with here. I'm gonna be thinking about this for the next 7 days.
All right.
I'm
This
gonna
was
be
super
away
fun.
Monday, Tuesday, so
Ping me on Discord.
I might just try to knock most of this out tomorrow.
Sure.
Cool.
See
How
ya.
about you?
I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Yeah.
Um,
Alrighty, gang. We're gonna go ahead and give Locke a raid. This was really fun. We'll be back next week doing more of this. We'll actually be playing the one shot, so it'll be really cool.